Hello, tell me if this is working. I think I got everything up and running so that we can be somewhere else today, but I don't know for sure. So it could be not working, and then I'll have to go to a be right back screen. But it also could be working, and that would be ideal for all of us. Because we're in a different place today, obviously. Hello, welcome to my living room. New
Did you
room,
know?
new room. But
Dave
how
and
do I
Titans are very
sound?
similar. They both
Is it
have no
good?
dad.
We don't know. I don't know yet. So first time I've been here, you can't hear shit because it's me, not you. Well, that's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. I feel like I needed a little table right here so that I always look like I'm talking to chat, but chat's right here. So that's a shame, but it is what it is. I'm also going to put on my slippies so I don't show too much of the dogs on screen. There we go. Where you blink twice if you were abducted? I wasn't abducted. No. I'm just simply in my own heckin' living room to work on this Frieren wig that I need done on Friday. Yes. But, yeah, I don't know. Let me know if this setup is good or not. It could be, it couldn't be. It's hard to say. All I know is that I definitely need to work on this wig today. And I would like to kind of just get into it, you know? So we don't waste too much time. I gotta wait for my crimper to heat up. I gotta take these long ponytail clips off of the clip. I already did one. So I have a clip that has nothing on it currently. But yeah, how was everybody's day today? Mine has been a lot of clerical work and also setting this up. It's kind of crazy what you're capable of when you're by yourself, because I was by myself today, so didn't even have IT guy to set any of this up for me. All me, which is why I really would like to know if it's working or not, and no one has answered me. The only person that has answered me isn't listening to anything I'm saying, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. How somewhere that isn't the broom closet? Who? Titans or me? Do I look like I live in a broom closet? That's unfortunate. Okay, getting these off of the clips is so annoying, but it seems like it's working out. Okay. This hairnet is not easy to work with. It's this tiny little thing. The office you keep us in? Oh, I see. Well, we're out of the office today. We're in my living room so that I can work in my natural habitat of right here in this seat while I do stuff and things. Playing Super Battle Golf, so can't be right on the replies. No worries. I'm just surprised no one else was, since I thought I was asking the gang. But I guess not. No one wanted to tell me. Also, I made sure to double check that my crimper will not burn this wig. So at this point, we just need to hold out hope that this is going to go well. You know? Easy breezy. Usually I'm a little bit above the wig, so this is kind of bizarre, but I think we'll be good as long as I kind of clip everything back. Okay. The music in my ears is a little bit too loud, so I'm going to change it. Hopefully you guys can hear the music. So let me know if that's okay too, I guess, since I have to... Being out of my element in a different area is very bizarre to me. I'm gonna be real with you. This is like not the place I usually am with you guys, so I don't know how to act. I'm also slightly not able to keep up with everything. Let's see. Will that work? I'll take it. That's fine. Whoever made this Super Battle Golf lobby upped the walking speed and hitting distance. It's chaos. I didn't even know that was an option, to be honest. Okay, I need to make this a little bit quieter in my headset so that I can think to talk. Isn't it like 100 degrees in LA today? That's a great question. I don't know how hot it is. Hold on, I'll check. What a great question you've asked that I don't know the answer to. It's really hot. The high is 94. We're not out of the mid 90s until Saturday. And even then, we're still in an extreme heat warning. So it's just bad all around, is really what we're getting at. Music slightly louder than voice. Oh no. What if I move this
just witchy things? It's Kaibi.
Towards my mouth? Did that change anything for you? Hi, Kaibi. Hello, hello. I'm probably talking over the intros a little bit, so apologies for that too. But it's hard. I think truly I don't even need to clip any of this back. I need to just like do vertical sections. It's not that thick is the thing. But it is a little hard to music very, very loud. Oh, okay, hold on. I might have to just leave you guys here while I go turn it down. I don't have access to turn it down from here. So hold on. You're just gonna come on a magical journey. You'll hear my voice, but you won't see me. You might even hear the music back here. It's hard to say. Do. Oh yeah, the music is really... Is that better? How do we feel about that in comparison to my voice? I don't know why this is cropped so weird. There we go. It's much better. Okay. Cool. Let me make sure that your song request went through while I'm standing here too. Did it not? Confusion. I might have lied to you guys, which would be devastating, about song requests. Because it doesn't look like your song requests are being added to my queue, question mark? Huh. Well, that's awkward, huh? Everything's set up, but it's not going into a queue. Embarrassing for me, honestly. Weird. All right, well. I lied about the music. My bad. I'm going to turn that off, I guess, because Titans isn't here to fix it. So, apologies. Sorry to the two people I just scammed, but unpin this message. Embarrassing, embarrassing. Well, enjoy my music, I guess. I just put on a rock playlist. So hopefully I'll... You know what? Since I'm here... Ooh, that band we don't listen to anymore, so remove that. And looks like everything else is okay. Just at a cursory glance. I'm also waiting for my crimper to heat up, so it's not like we're missing any time with the wig itself. The Frieren wig, as it stands right now, is just very long and uncrimped, so it's very shiny, which I don't like. You have plenty of crunchies, all good. Well, I'm sure that they can get refunded later, though, since I tried to make sure that I tested everything, but I didn't think I would need to test song requests, so my bad, gamers. This is basically the last thing I have to do to get ready for the Frieren shoot. Doing 2 shoots. They were back to back. Now, thankfully, There's a little bit of a buffer between them, so I'm doing one on Friday and then I'm doing one on Monday. But I'm going for a hike to the second one. So really, I just need to worry about it getting through Friday, and then I can make any adjustments I want to make for the outdoor shoot. You feel me? You pick up what I'm putting down? Hold on, I'll try to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Otherwise, what's the point? Not that you really can. I'd have to have like a second camera that's constantly over my shoulder. Like, I need to strap a GoPro to my forehead or something, but this is what we got for now. Also, obviously, I'm not at the computer, so wheel spins are not really viable today. So please just keep that in mind. I appreciate donations, but if they're wheel spin related, I cannot do them today. All right. I think that's not all of there's like this little bump. So Frieren has this little bump in her hairline that's a little bit higher up than the bangs in front. So I'm just trying to section that off so I don't mess with it right away. Gotta buy a physical wheel. The funny thing about the wheel is that I did have a physical wheel at one point. That's how the wheel came to be, is that it was a physical thing I had in my apartment. I have bad news. I am sick, so I'll probably go to bed soon because I feel like garbage. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I hope that you feel better though soon. Well, the VOD will be here for you, I suppose. So watch as much as you can and then go to bed. Is okay. Okay. I'm trying my best to section this off so that it's out of my way and I can just do my dang thing, you know? You automatically register as Jesse Faden to me whenever I tune into your streams. That's crazy. I think I need to do a Control cosplay then, is what I'm hearing. I'm really excited for the new game to come out. I know that we'll be playing as Dylan or whatever, but like, oh my god. I love Control. I love everything that they do. Okay, this is also bangs. So do I want to... Yeah, you know what? There's a little bit extra hairline right here. Okay. There we go. This is a different part of the hairline, but still part of the hairline nonetheless, which means I need it out of my way so that I don't actually crimp it with the rest of the stuff. I have learned my lesson about poorly styling a wig in the past, and I will not be making the same mistake. Okay. You're off work again from illness? Oh no, everyone gets so sick around here. I get crummy feeling all the time because of the lupus, obviously. But some of us aren't the millionaires who go to doctors, so I just kind of deal with it. Oh my god. Flung right out of my hand. Embarrassing, honestly. Sad you must go to work. Oh, I misread that. Listen, you're close enough. Okay. The nice thing about this wig, and I checked out a lot of other people who have this exact wig, they didn't do the thing that like I would normally do for a fully styled wig, where they cut off all the hair and then made it look like a literal ponytail. They just kind of like crimped the wig. Or sometimes they didn't even do that. So my plan is to just straight up crimp it to give it a little bit more texture and just work with it, you know? Man, I am so much lower than this wig. Dear wig head, can you go down any further? No? No, that's a little bit more. That's a little bit more workable, actually. So I was wrong, it seems. I think I need to... This is too much hair.
Say
This
his
is
name
just
and he
simply
appears.
too much
It's
hair. I am going to have
Takavor.
to section it off. It's so short. This is very difficult. I usually don't work with such short wigs. I don't like having the short wigs. Sofa stream. Listen, We gotta test everything out around here. What if you guys enjoy the sofa stream? Then I gotta do more sofa streams. You feel me? Yeah, I can't even like... Okay. I'm gonna have to section it, I think. And then just like work my way around. I think that that's the best call. God, this is like the stream where you don't see much of my face because I keep standing up to do things. I think we're just gonna have to make peace with that. That'll be standing up a lot and you'll see me on occasion. Okay, I think that that's gonna do. So I sectioned off a little bit of the hair so that I could get down to an easier bit to work with before I move on to the crimping. I'm also gonna need more clips. There's so much hair in my way. Have a good night, Kaibi. I feel bad. Kaibi was like, please do a wig styling stream if I get you this wig. And then I do the stream, and they're sick, so they can't even be here for it. The good thing is the internet is forever, it seems, so they can thankfully go back and watch. All right. It's also really important to do small parts of hair and vertically section it off. You don't want to ever horizontally part your
Look to the
wig.
skies and check for red shells, the literal
It
peak of
leaves
human
terrible
height.
crimp
It's
marks
Steve.
behind. Aw, thank you, Kaibi. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate the gift subbies, though. Queso's Kitty got one. Oh, I love that for you, Queso's Kitty. That's a really funny name. Holy shit. Thank you for lurking, Steve. Okay. This might be a lot quicker than I'm giving it credit for, because there's not as much hair on these. I might... no, we're still going to do this first. I was going to say, maybe I don't crimp the under wig first and I just do the ponytails, but I think this is fine. I might need to hold down the hair a little bit longer too, but I'm not 100% on that part. Okay, I also needed another clip. I also need a blow up chat because I can't read. Hold on. I'm making everything bigger for my little eyeballs. Do you like my playlist, Nick? Pop out the chat. Make it most of the screen. Perfect. There we go. I have great taste in music. Thank you so much for noticing. Okay. I see a little bit of steam coming off it. Make me an Inuyasha wig, brother. If you commission me, I'll do it. But wig styling is not easy. I'll do it, though. I've always wanted to make an Inuyasha wig. He has such cool hair. Okay. I also love... Someone called our taste in music coworker music. And what does that even mean? Explain that one to me. I've never heard that before. Coworker music. Is that supposed to be insulting? Also, I'm here now. Like, you're properly here? Or what? Well, I know you're not here. I meant in the chat, like you can hear me and stuff. Okay, that's good. I am watching with sound. Oh God, I hope I'm not up on a big screen or anything. Too much pressure. Are you guys gonna go test driving together? It's like bland popular music they play on the radio. I've never heard any of my music on the radio. What are people smoking? Legitimately, never once have I heard any of this stuff on the radio. I'm insulted. I'm just saying society might be a utopia if my music was on the fucking radio. I don't like if you told me one of the top 40 artists right now that wasn't like Sabrina Carpenter or something, I wouldn't know who they are. You can't call my music coworker music. That makes no sense, Nick. You're telling me they have neck deep on the radio? You're telling me they've heard water parks on the radio? Well, apparently that one's true. Apparently K-Rock out here in LA plays water parks. So maybe that one's true, but I have never once heard anything like that. Okay. I think back in the early 2000s that would have been true. Right? Okay. Yeah, no, this is looking okay. I remember when crimped wigs first became like the big thing to do and people hated the way it looked, and now it's just like trendy to hate crimped wigs because God forbid anyone put any like extra work into their wigs. How dare you not tease it out like days of yore? Fight me. I like being able to style my wigs and have it actually stay instead of just pulling it out of the fucking bag and it not staying in the style I want it to stay in. I love that part of my daily routine now is an hour and a half of phone calls at the end of the day. Oh, have you been on a phone call this whole time? Okay. I don't know if you guys can really tell the difference. So if you look at the hair over here, it's really shiny and kind of unstyled. And then this part that I'm working with right now, you can kind of see it's a little bit thicker and has a little bit of texture, like real person hair. No way. Because the SEO was bad. He simply could not with the SEO being terrible. And I don't blame him. Okay, there we go. I listen, Nick. I hear the stuff, and like I get it, because like whiskey's alcohol. We can't promote alcohol to children. It's like there's way worse things we could be. Should have turned that one off. There's no sub goal today. I mean, if we hit it, we can play a game though. I could just go simply into the back room and like play Mario Kart with you guys or something for an hour. So like I said, it's important to hold it vertically in the air like that because the crimps are more likely to be less samey, uniform. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. They're less likely to be uniform, and it gives it a more natural look. And like, obviously, I'd like to think that most people that see me put a wig on will recognize that the wig is obviously not real. But I like it to look as natural as possible. To be? No. Frieren. It's going to be Frieren. Though I can see why you'd say to be. I've never played Nier Automata. I've always wanted to. I've never heard anything bad about it. And I believe his name's Yoko Taro. Yoko Taro has gone on record saying that, like, Nier is literally just Evangelion. Like, he literally yoinked the story. Not yoinked, but, like, took a lot of inspiration from Evangelion for Nier. Which is awesome. It makes me want to play it even more. Especially since that's the studio making the new Ava series, I believe. Which, like, if he's such a super fan that he made a game and was like, yeah, I made it to be like Evangelion, but just didn't say anything. I feel like that's a guy I can get behind. Almost all of his work is inspired directly by Evangelion. Oh. Okay. Have you ever played... poll of the chat. Have you ever played Nier? I have never played Nier. So I don't have a strong opinion on it, obviously. But I've heard good things. It sits in my Steam library. Year in, year out, ever since I bought it. I probably bought it like the year it got put on Steam. And I still have never played it. I used to have a frosted glass display in your office square. All right, so you are a fan. So what I'm hearing is it's worth playing. You missed that, office? Good poll of the chat, honestly. Okay. Man, is this the easier way to do this? The wig is so short that I'm taking a different approach to styling, crimping this wig than I usually would. Because usually I go like section by section up. But I don't think that's going to work for this one for me. Okay. This is going to make styling her bangs so much easier, though, which I am really looking forward to. I wish I had, man, this is the only wig I didn't, not wig, the only brush I didn't have replaced. I used to have this tiny one with like close together hard bristles. That was much easier to use to flatten the hair or like make the hair less wavy as it was still hot, but I don't have it. It got stolen in the fucking car break-in. And it was the only one I couldn't find like an immediate replacement for. It's so tragic. It was a brush I had before I ever like started cosplaying seriously, quote unquote seriously. So I'm a little disappointed to not have everything I want to have. Like, it is what it is, but dang. Okay. So we have one section done. I don't know if you can really tell any difference between that and like the section back here. I mean, you kind of can. Like, the way that it falls is totally different. Like, it barely falls the same. Because this one, like, just goes straight through my fingers, but this one, like, because there's a little give, the hair is much nicer. It might make the wig too thick, but I do plan on thinning it out just a little bit because it's supposed to be an updo. So I'd rather have too much hair than not enough. Because thinning the hair out is going to be more ideal, I think, for me in the long run. All bald men would agree. You know what? Can't even argue that. Can't argue it one bit. Okay, and then I'm going to get that section out of my way and move on to the next part of the wig. There's like hair all over the place, and I haven't even, what am I trying to say here? I haven't cut any of it. I might leave, man, these like long bits are going to be really annoying. By the way, since you're here, how was the subathon, Nick? Did you get to do everything you wanted to do? Are you taking a long deserved break? Or are you just going to get back on the grind? They too would like to have more hair than not. I see. I misunderstood. I thought you were saying having less hair was a good thing in this situation. Was fun, but a lot of issues. Hopefully nothing that, like, totally ruined your time. Ice storm killed the IRL streams. Yeah, the weather here has been pretty miserable. So, I get that. Miserable, but in the opposite way, obviously. Okay. Man, I wish there was an easier way to show the wig. I have to have like a seat, or I should have moved. I'm like touching you guys. I'm sure you're hearing just the worst feedback. Hi, Alberto. For whatever reason, OBS was also doubling my upload limit, so like my stream would just randomly lag out. Ow. You have a lot of not like this is on the screen. Dang. We do not have a consensus in the chat. Would chat watch me play Nier? Is that a good stream game? Would that be interesting to watch? I'm surprised it went 4 days. Because you wanted it to go longer, or because you didn't think it would go that long? It is Frieren. It is, it is. I think it would be fun. I agree. Like, I already own it, so, like, I've already wanted to play it. I just have never played it. Economy sucks and my viewership is different than last year. Felt. The economy is in shambles. I don't know how anybody does anything anymore, to be perfectly honest with you. Man, these short hairs are killing me. I wish this had become, or had come with longer hair, so it wouldn't be so heckin' difficult to work with, but that's okay. I still need to watch season 2 of Frieren, and I just haven't had time. Does anyone know how many episodes of season 2 of Frieren are out? Oil is up, though, for WonderCon. Or for you shoot. I'm only going to 1 day of WonderCon. I am bringing Banjo. A lot of people have wanted to see Banjo at multiple different conventions. And I didn't think Frieren was, and this is no offense to WonderCon, I don't mean this in a bad way. I don't think anime is a WonderCon-centric experience, especially after going last year. You cosplay as Banjo? Oh, you didn't know? That's crazy. Yeah, I cosplay as Banjo and Kazooie. Isn't that so fun? No one here has ever heard that before. If I didn't have those 35% off coupons, I don't think I would have lasted 2 days. You pause the timer when you go to bed, right? I think the next time I do a subathon, I will not be pausing the timer when I go to sleep. I think that was the part last year that really took it out of me. It was like waking up and remembering that I had paused it. But also, like, I don't think people want to see the timer, like, just end while you're sleeping. Even though, like, that's the risk you take if you're watching a subathon, right? I don't know. I've had a lot of thoughts about it. She cosplays as an MCR fan, too. Can you imagine if I wasn't an actual MCR fan and I just had all this random shit? I mean, I think that they've made a lot of terrible decisions ever since this Black Parade anniversary tour or whatever. I love how angry newer generation My Chemical Romance fans are to find all this shit out, and I just want to be like, gamers, they were on TRL. They're like one of the biggest bands in the whole world. What were you expecting? But that's none of my business. If I had run out at night or at 3 p.m. on a Monday, it would have been the same. On the last day, nobody was hanging out because it was the middle of the day. When did it end? Sorry, I don't know if you've noticed, Nick. Oh, you weren't here the day that I... Nick, on Saturday for like 45 minutes, I just crashed out and cried on stream, which is a thing that I am known for, I guess. I'm just like... too busy. I am not sure how to deal with the things that are on your girl's plate. You crash out on stream when the day ends in a Y. See, you get it. You feel me. That's why I listen to so much Water Parks. You're awesome. Don't forget. I think other people feel otherwise, Alberto, but I appreciate that. And by other people, I mean me, mostly. I've just been really feeling down on myself lately, though. I am not... You ever feel like... Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Drifting through the wind, ready to start again. Can rant about it later if you want. There's nothing to say. I am the stress. Stress and I are the same. It's the vibe and the what? What do you mean? Like feeling down on yourself is the vibe? I just feel like I could be doing better at like everything. And I'm not. I feel like a lot of people are coming here to unwind, and then they come here and I am like high strung, and that's not the vibe anybody's looking for. And I feel bad about it, you know? There's not a lot you can do about that when you're in it. You know, when you're in like the thick of your feels, and you don't know how to get like over the hill. That's what it feels like right now. And I'm just like, but what if I was a little gremlin in my closet? Or, yeah, no, that broom closet. That's what Epic just said. What if I was a little gremlin in my broom closet just making crafts? There's a disturbance in the force. Someone in my DMs yesterday told me I looked like, and they were someone that I really liked when I met them at a convention, by the way. So like this is a person I've seen in real life before. They sent me like, I don't know if they actually were trying to compliment me or not, or they were just pointing something out. I'd like to think it was a compliment because of the way that they said it. But they said something really nice about my appearance. And I was just like, oh, that was a confidence booster I needed in this moment. Okay, there we go. I got all the hair that time. I kind of missed some of the hair last time. Not that I think that you guys... Wig styling tips with Lynxie. It's really important to make sure that you start brushing out the hair before it gets cool. Because if you don't brush it out while it's warm, the hair fibers will not do what you want, which is an issue. It is a big boy issue. I think that this is going to be fine. I think it's going to be okay. I'm just going to have to like really steam it out, which I don't think I'll get to on stream, but I'm liking what's happening right now, which I think is the most important part. Because sometimes I don't even like the product I'm making until like the very end, and I'm like, good enough, and then I go on with my day. Okay, this is too high on the head, so I have to stand up for this part. I'm even gonna section it out. Can I have more. I have more clips. It's fine. Alberto, how many days of WonderCon are you going to? Are you even going to WonderCon? I feel like last year you showed up like late every day, which was insane. Kat can't show up late. She's scheduled a meetup. She's got to be there on time. Oh, you were inside with the vendors. I see. Yeah, I mostly hung out outside. Okay. I think this is good. I'm like a little concerned about how crimped it's getting because the wig is so short here in the back, but I think it'll be okay. Because once I like steam it, it'll just sit in place and I won't have to worry about it going all over the place. When you don't crimp these wigs, I find that they look terrible. You don't think you're going? After you worked on that, it's going to be insanely hot. Yeah, I might hang out inside mostly. like in just the main hallway area. And then if I need to be outside for any reason, then I'll do that. This heat advisory has been miserable. Okay. I might do sections of this part. This is the longest part of this short wig. And I don't want the crimp marks to be super visible. But it's necessary. It's necessary for the vibe. While I sympathize with her heat advisor, I find it kind of adorable as someone from Florida. Yeah, but like they're not prepared out here, Max. Even though it's like hot as balls here all the time and the state's constantly on fire, there's like it's never well prepared. I don't get it. It's so bizarre. Okay. Maybe to see if people show up for the boys' meet, since I worked on the video promo. I just was surprised that you worked on it and you're not going to be going. This has been like the month of Lynxie just tries to get shit done, even though she felt like she had her shit done and together. I feel so out of my element being in my living room and not in front of the stream, like at my computer. I feel like normal human being trying to just work instead of fun streamer trying to have a good job, like good time. Does that make sense? The song requests weren't working, Max, so I just turned it off. I turned off the pin. Like it's still there, but I couldn't figure out how to get Songify to work, which was disappointing. So there's just a ever looping playlist as far as I can tell on my computer. I like actually genuinely, like I can see that it's the story so far, but I have no idea what it even sounds like. How many times are you going to say that, Max? I feel like you have said that several times this week. And it's only Wednesday. Okay. Let me section off the hair now. I couldn't remember if I mentioned it. You mentioned it like 3 or 4 times, or maybe someone else also came in and started mentioning it. All right. Do I have like a third of the wig done already? That's crazy. These short wigs are going to go so fast. I'm assuming, hold on, where are they? I'm assuming the ponytails are going to take a little bit longer because I haven't even brushed them. And then I have to figure out how to get it back on the clip. I was going to like try to do magnets so that it just stuck to the wig and I wouldn't have to worry about like PVC piping or anything like that. But I think for the sake of my sanity, I'm just going to leave it on the clip and try out something new on like a more realized wig. I can only learn so many new skills at once, and I'm already learning plenty of new skills with my 3D print. That stream went really well the one time I convinced her to play it. Yeah, the stream crashed. I thought it was a fun game, but I have learned that if there's a lot of reading involved, you guys don't want to watch it. And like I get that, because then I'm just reading instead of interacting. And like, why come to a stream if you're not trying to like hang out with the streamer, I guess. But yeah, streams where it's just me saying what's on screen don't do well. It is what it is. Your viewers at that time were different, though, and they were not Pokemon fans. I mean, that's true. Give Dave a turn. I don't have Dave with me. Would you take the bear? There's another bear here on the couch with me. You can't see them. Do you have any concerts coming up? No, I don't. Good VOD content? Yeah. There is a lot of inside baseball that's not worth talking about right now, but I have some thoughts. Okay. There's a bear here. Substitute Dave. Okay, I guess. Sorry, I didn't bring Dave out here with me. I also have, I don't know if you guys can hear me whispering. I have no idea where. Man, I love Frieren. Oh my god, why did you get auto-modded? That was crazy. I also love Frieren. Don't play baseball inside. There's no room for it. I once cosplayed as Negan from The Walking Dead, so I constantly always have a baseball bat within pretty close proximity of everything I do. It was the Lucille, which is the name of Negan's bat, was the first prop I ever made. Man, can I get this up and not worry about it? That? Okay, yes. Oh my gosh, you're 2'7"? Devastating. Oh. Is there a sticker of her in a chest with that? I have to get that for you? Oh, I would love that. You're not going to WonderCon. What's the next convention you're going to? By the way, Shanik. I was just excited we ran into each other at ALA. More than once. Which is so rare. Because you're like constantly bopping around meeting people. So to see someone that you know more than once at a convention is always so nice. I want to try the Vegas one. I really wanted to go to Anime Las Vegas. The entire cast, well, most of the... minus Power, which is so devastating. That might have changed my tune about Anime Las Vegas. If Powie had been there... if Power had been there, I would have really wanted to go to Las Vegas to meet all of them. Like, Denji and Reze and Aki and Angel Devil and all those people are going to be there. I believe Makima is also there, but no Power. So sad. I think it's probably because Power wasn't like really spoilers for the Reze arc movie, I guess. I don't know. Power wasn't really in the movie, and it makes sense. I'm on chapter 139 of the manga right now, so I'm in part 2. So like it wasn't like a spoiler for me or anything, or I guess it's not really a spoiler for the show. Is what I'm getting at. Power's just not really in the movie. I wanted to do Vegas one too. Next year I'll get rooms. Dude, if it wasn't so expensive to go into Vegas on short notice, because I feel like they announced the cast of Chainsaw Man way too close to the time that it was happening. So there was no way to commit to that. But I really wanted to go. My local one, Fanime, and hopefully Anime Expo. I will definitely be at Anime Expo. I already have my cosplay planned for Anime Expo. No spoilers, though. I have a really heckin' good idea of what I want to do. I'm really looking forward to making it. I literally planned out my entire, like, cosplay lineup around giving myself enough time to make my Anime Expo cosplay. Anime Expo is just like, are you going to do something for the big convention? Like, that's the place where you, like, debut your big build, and I would like to make something for myself. So, I'm not saying this is like Banjo-Kazooie at all, because I wouldn't qualify the idea I have as anything like that, because Banjo-Kazooie was like, what in your wildest dreams do you think would be, like, a cosplay that, you just want for yourself. Like, not to say that I don't want this one that I'm thinking of for Anime Expo this year for myself. It just wasn't like the same, I guess. It kind of is, though. Like, the thing that I chose was also a big part of my childhood. Banjo was just my first love, I guess is what I'm getting at. Something that I'd really like to make. Can't wait for the Frieren pics. Doing some on Friday, and then I'm going on a big hike to do my next photo shoot. I'm doing 2 photo shoots for Frieren. I mean, I kind of do that anyway. When I do cosplay, I do like an at-home one to like do all the shots that I didn't feel like I could do out in public. Because a lot of the time, like, and you know this, Alberto, like when you go to a studio, you're like on a time crunch or whatever. So like, even though I brought that like really nice spreadsheet and I had all my ideas super laid out and all that stuff, there just isn't enough time. And like, I can really take my time at home and make sure I get everything. Anime Expo's the next con. Need to decide if I'm gonna cook again in the heat. I mean, but you got fans for Gambit, right? And you've been working so hard on those Gambit cards. You have to show them off. Also, what are you trying to say, Zoink? What are you getting at? Hello? But what are you getting at? Can always go for the day. What, to Vegas? I know it's not like that long of a drive in the grand scheme of things, but there's no time for that. Isn't the convention this weekend? It's still toasty. I mean, yeah. Okay. That might be too much hair. Yeah, that's still too much hair. I wish I had like a little booster seat right now. I feel like I can't get a good reach on the hair. Who? Which costume? Tell me everything. I love Expedition 33. I mean, who didn't love Expedition 33 last year? I really want to do a Mael, but I want to do it right. So, Simon? Ooh. I haven't actually gotten to him yet. Everyone in the entire universe has spoiled that is a boss in the game for me, though, at this point. So I've heard that name plenty of times, unfortunately. I just didn't get to that in the endgame stuff. I've heard he's really hard, though, like the boss fight. I like beat the game and then just wasn't able to make enough time to do all of the end game storyline stuff. Was voted hardest boss of the year. Dang. It's so funny because you either really, really like time-based combat or you absolutely despise it. And I feel like after Expedition 33 won Game of the Year, people just started dogging on it left and right for no reason, and now nobody talks about it. I think it's like, what came out about it? They used like generative AI or something in some like early game assets, and people are really mad about it. I don't know. I think that the internet just finds stuff to be mad about instead of, you know, like real things. Not that there's not a reason to be mad about generative AI, obviously. It's more of like a, if it wasn't in the final product and it didn't take away from anybody's job, then there are bigger fish to fry in the generative AI bad argument. And I think that it diminishes an actual impact that talking about it could have. Because, like, not for nothing, I think that there's a difference between disappointed and, like, getting your fucking pitchforks ready and acting like that's the biggest thing that you should worry about. Because, like, if you think about it, like, the deep fake, you know, revenge situation, or like making political propaganda that you can't confirm if it's AI made or not, is way scarier I just think that there's scarier things to worry about when it comes to AI, and being mad at a video game company that was honest about their approach just seems like small potatoes. I guess that's my thing, is it's one little tiny poster that didn't make it into the final game, and it doesn't sound like anybody lost their job or anything. I guess this is just my opinion, obviously. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. But, you know, for me, I guess this is like an upsetting thing for me. The Lynxy voice did not come about because I wanted my voice run through a computer, you know what I mean? Like, it just exists now in the world. And like, I'm not super thrilled about it or whatever, but like, I can't, like, once it's there, it's just there, you know? Which is also a part of why Lynxy TTS kind of irked me a little bit. And like, I've had people run my shit through AI before, and I really don't like that. So I think on a smaller scale, it's more of an issue than like a company that did really good work used AI for like a single poster and some like small assets that they didn't end up using in the final game. Is just not, it's not worth being upset over when there's bigger issues with AI to be upset over, I guess, was more my point. AI bad. I do not support the AI uprising or anything like that, unless the computers take over, and then computers, I never said anything bad about you. Hi, Aussie. Song requests are broken. Titans isn't here. I am just trying my best, so I apologize for them not being on. Did you see the new trim that they're doing with AI? They go back and redo faces in the game. Is that what the DSLR, DLSS, whatever the fuck NVIDIA is pushing? And people like are really annoyed because it's in like Resident Evil or something like that. I don't know a lot about it, so I can't speak on that. But also, like, not everything needs to be enhanced. You know? Some things are okay to be how they are. Sorry if I'm a little low energy, by the way. Yes, NVIDIA. Yeah, I don't fuck with that. I don't think it's necessary. I think that a lot of big tech companies just all got together and were like, AI is the future. We better push it to all of our customers. And they'll just have to deal with it because we've decided. And like, that's lame. That's just sad and silly. How are the replacement hairstylist tools? They're great. I wish that I had thought to replace one of the brushes that I use most often, but it just was not on my mind. So I am missing like a single brush that I really need to replace. But the ones that I do have are great. So thank you guys for getting them for me to replace what was stolen. I will never take my brushes out into the public again in downtown LA. C-Suite exclusively hires the dumbest people on earth. Dang. Tell me how you really feel. Okay. Whack it on the wish list? I don't know. I guess, like, I feel bad. I don't know. I see so many people with, like, the most expensive, craziest shit on their wish list that they, like, just want people to get them. And I don't want to be, like, one of those people. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I think I should clarify, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be gifted things. But I just feel like I feel this like weird, immense guilt being like, get me this thing. Even though I shouldn't. Like, we're all adults. You can do whatever you want with your money as a fucking adult. You're not hurting anybody else. I wouldn't be hurting anyone for being like, I would like this $100 airbrush that would help me do my job a lot better. But like, I can't justify it, I guess. It's a wish list. It should be aspirational by definition. You are wishing for it. I guess this is not another crying stream, Lynxie. We don't have to cry every time we get onto this camera. I feel like such an immense guilt for just existing sometimes. I feel like I'm taking up a lot of space, and I don't like the idea of says the person asking for amiibos. But like, I was literally asked to put shit on my wish list for Christmas, so I just put shit on my wish list for Christmas and like didn't think anything of it. It's like, yeah, I just feel immense guilt for feeling like, I don't want to say taking advantage of people, because I'm not. God, if I was taking advantage of people, like, I would be on top of the world like the billionaires you see. But like, I feel so guilty taking up everyone's time. And the idea of taking up like space on a wish list that has my name on it just makes me feel bad. I just feel bad. I feel bad that I needed to get this wig done, and I could have, like, I don't know, done it like so many other days, but I'm here doing it now. I feel bad that it's not already done. I feel bad that it takes me a long time. You literally take up my time by going live, which I give voluntarily. People give their own volition. Nobody has to give you a damn thing off the wish list. It's a choice they make for some reason or another. Send you the info? What do you mean? Oh, my sister is doing a Pokemon 151 shoot in September. Ooh, if nobody's Ninetales, I would really love to be Ninetales. Ninetales is my favorite Pokemon. So if you send me the info, please, please, please send it to me. I would really like to join something like that. Someone already did? Is anybody Vulpix? I'd also take Vulpix. What Pokemon are left? Send me the details. I'll figure it out. I just like, it's on the picture and yes. Okay. Well, send me that picture and I will look. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm out of my element out here. Like, I'm just in my living room that you guys have never seen before, since this is like my, what am I trying to say here? This is like my non-streamer area place. It's Spaceship You again, right? It's the CPG gray of it all. Like, back in my office is my workspace, and this is my relaxing space, or like my mini crafting area because there's more room on this table. Mr. Mime, hell yeah. And so I think, I don't know, maybe it was a bad idea to come out here, because now I'm not in streamer mode. I'm in just regular human woman mode. In fairness, I did also want to test this because I would like to do other things out here, but with like other people. So I did want to just do like a test run just to see how this works. But the headspace is not headspacing the way I thought it would. Also, like, I don't necessarily know if people are looking for like a stream from me very personally. That's just like a like a hangout stream. Like, I feel like people want to come and like have a fun time and yell in Mario Kart and do the stuff and the things. So, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, guys. Brain not worky today. I just want to like make my wig. Oh, my crimper turned off. Thanks, crimper. I have to do more than 2 hours of work. Jeez. Also, for whatever reason, my timer on Twitch is in negative time, but it's like not the right amount of time. I'm very confused. I like the art chill out streams. It means you get to interact with chat more, but like what am I trying to say? I feel like more interaction happens when I'm doing something dumb. And like this is just me working. Does that make sense? Like I feel like the working is the part that's like whatever of it, you know? Also, it's really hot in here. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's the 300-degree crimper next to me and that the AC is not on because the rest of my house is cooled off at this point. But, geez, I don't know. So, you just gotta wait until the crimper gets hot again. Consistently hot. The crimper is very hot right now. If I put my fingers on the iron part, it would burn me. But if it's not, because, oh, did it turn on? Oh, the AC turned on. My saving grace. I'm saved. What am I trying to say? What was I talking about? Why are you here? Why am I here? I'm having a hard time remembering the stuff and the things. I wish that I could be paid, but also not work. That's everyone's like dream, is to just get money for nothing. I feel like that's what a lot of people think like content creation is too. Like you're not doing anything, but you're getting money, which is just like, just not even a bit true. I've been like making stuff all the time. Oh my God.
Praise the
I do
Deku.
way more work
Thor
than
is
I
here.
would if I was just at like a 9-to-5. Like I would have to fucking really talk to some, like I would have to deal with a whole other set of issues, but holy shit. I've never worked so heckin' hard in my, I hope I've entered stream and I'm in an unfamiliar place. This is my living room. Welcome to the place where I usually work when I'm not on the computer, which has been a lot this week. If I am not on stream or not doing clerical work that I absolutely need my PC for, I have been here working on Frieren, trying to get it done. See you later, Aussie. I also, again, feel bad that Kaibi asked for this stream, and then they're not able to watch because they're feeling icky-sicky. I don't know, gang. It's one of those things, you know? So I'm gonna run away to the countryside and live like a hermit off of the land. Ugh, error code. My dream. You ever heard about that Walden Pond? Not all of us can go and live in the nature and find ourselves. But God, it's the dream. I need to use another clip. Get this hair out of my way. All right. And then take the clips I have out. Yeah, I think my bad for being in a different place in my home that I literally stream from all the time. And now I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know how to make sure that I am entertaining the same way I am, but in a different room. It's very bizarre. There's something very specific about being in a designated area that makes me feel a different way about what I'm doing. So, I don't know. I am unfortunately a regular human woman instead of streamer lady for right now. It's fine, Jess. I mean Lynxie. How did you know my name? For me, it sucks when I see people that are just lazy with their streams be successful. Nick, you're not talking about me, right? I don't think you're talking about me. But it's funny for the joke. Yeah, how are you feeling, Thor? You've been sick for a little while. Are you over the sickness? Are you no longer down with the sickness? All right. That might not have been enough. Over the sick, but not back, though. Ah, dang. But you already had, like, the surgeries and the what have you and the so forth and so on your back, right? So is it just, like, a side effect of that? Or is it something else? Gosh. I listened to this band. I don't think they're on this playlist. Called Brothers of Metal. They're a Viking metal band. I don't know why I'm bringing this up. But I had this thought. I said it to Titans the other day where I was just like, can you imagine just like hanging out with your buddies, vibing, trying to make music, and then one of you just goes, what
it's
if
the
we
Dark
were
Lord
Vikings?
Ragnar. Don't forget
What
Ragnar.
if we just
You
pretended
must
to be
construct
Vikings
additional
and we just made
pylons.
all of our music about Odin and stuff? You're a metal band? No, I'm not. They gotta reburn nerves, but they can't till April. Has it just not been enough time? Because that happened, gosh, I feel like that happened around this time last year. Do you have to do that every year? That's crazy. Okay.
Didn't ask.
It's a minimum of 12 months in between. What do you mean you didn't ask? You're here. That may as well be the definition of asking me things. All right, I gotta stand up again. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting I'm listening to different music than you guys are. Because I couldn't get Spotify to work without it being a different input. My bad, gamers. You've peeked behind the curtain. Now you know I'm not listening to the same metal music, but different metal music. I do love this Under Oath song that's on screen right now, though. Okay. Boop. Okay. We Gucci. Man, I was going to say something. And then I got in my head about listening to different music than you guys are. Do you find that the vibe out here in the living room is not the vibe that you're looking for when you come to chat? Or do you not care how I'm talking or what I'm talking about? I barely listen as it is. Well, you're playing a video game, aren't you? Isn't that like the whole thing that's happening right now with you? Lamau JK. You know what? Fair enough. Egg on my face. Okay, I think I have to put that down, do this, make sure this hair doesn't get in with all the other hair. What camera are you using? Yeah, I'm just using a phone right now. Old phone. Why? Can you tell that it's on a phone? Does it look bad? Be honest. It sucks till they are burned and then can't constantly spam my body with pain signals. Oh my God. Jeez. What do you have to do? Like, outside of getting them burned? Like, is it just like a How it's clear compared to the most webcams? Oh. Well, I mean, do you think that this is more clear than my usual setup? Because I'm using a DSLR in the back that I like use a dummy system on to make work like a webcam. There we go. I use an iPhone 13 as your main camera. I've thought about switching to just a cell phone in general. Ah! Pinched myself. Is always going to be better. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know if the quality of the stream matters all too much, like in the grand scheme of things. Not because like I don't want the stream to look good, obviously. Like I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing and not be in like 144p or some shit like that. But like XQC streams on like a potato laptop and he gets like what, hundreds of thousands of people watch him every day or some shit like that. Like not concurrently. I don't think that that's how it works for him anymore, but like he still has like a huge audience with like shit quality or like not like the best quality, I guess. Pro tip, you can get clip-on polarized lenses for phones to prevent glare on the glasses if you use a phone as a camera. No. If I had $1,000 laying around, I'd have picked one up. I think the one I'm using is like, I don't know. Like, I think an introductory price or something like that. Okay, there we go. Wow, I'm almost done with like the whole wig. That's crazy. Well, the whole back of the wig. I'm not going to worry about the bangs just yet because I really want to move on to the ponytails, which is going to take the most amount of time. But welcome back. How was your drive home? Where do the bangs end and the wig begin? Oh, gosh, I got to cut these clips out. They're so in my way. Okay. I got it out of the way. There we go. Okay. Do you think the blades of my saws will not be allowed if they're sharp? I would be cautious. I've sanded down all the sharp points on everything I've ever made. But also, like, Kazooie's got this gigantic pointy beak, and no one's ever stopped me from bringing her anywhere. I've never seen anyone stopped while being Chainsaw Man, but I think that most of the Chainsaw Man helmets I've seen have been, like, foam. And yours is, like, a 3D print, right? Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to use my other clip, which, wait, hello? I keep moving where I put stuff down. It's making it an issue. Have you threatened anyone with Kazooie yet? No, I have threatened someone while wearing Kazooie, but never with Kazooie. I don't like... There have been a couple of people who have come up and touched Kazooie, which makes me really, 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 really mad, and I think that that's justifiably so. First of all, I think that it's just common sense to not touch other people or to touch their stuff, right? Like, don't be in somebody's personal business unless they've given you, like, very expressed and explicit consent to do so. I've had a couple people go, like this on Kazooie, which is, like, she's fragile. She's a 3D print. Like, thank God I have, like, aluminum rods running through her wings so that, like, there's not a big issue. But, like, don't touch me. Don't touch my props. Don't touch anything around me. I don't think that that's, like, a hard one. It is, apparently. And then you guys heard me tell the story. The guy came up to me while I was dressed as Banjo and Kazooie at LA Comic-Con. He was like, "I'm Grotesque Steve. Ha ha ha." like, this is the worst part, is that he did this while he said it at the end and thought he was being funny. And I was like, so you think it's funny to make a joke at a woman about raping and murdering them? Is that what it is? I'm a little bit apathetic to it now, just because, like, he didn't learn his lesson and he kept trying to talk to me the whole day, which still really frustrates me to this day. I know. It's a good thing that you were there that second time. Actually, I guess that was the third time. Either way, it's a good thing you were there the next time he came up to me, so that, like, at least there was another person that, like, saw that this dude wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. Like, if you make a really weird rape joke at a woman, especially, like, sorry that I immediately copped an attitude and told you to get the fuck away from me. And now I've had to, like, be kind of hyper cognizant of the fact that, like, I very personally, as a person, have almost little to no tact. And I think that a lot of you are a little socially awkward. Big crowds don't bother me or anything like that. And, like, being around a lot of people isn't the bother, but talking to other humans in general is a little bit stressful for me, because I never know, like, I don't know the vibe. The last time someone wanted to be my friend, we were literally standing in the airport together, had, like, this incredibly pleasant conversation. We both were like, oh my God, I love Evangelion. Look at your hat. Because I had on my Asuka hat at the time. And, like, had this whole conversation. Then it, like the conversation naturally ended. And we were both, like, standing there. And I was like, man, I should really ask her for, like, her number or something so that, like, we could be friends. And she literally, like, she turned to me and blurted out, do you want to be my friend? And I was just like, yes. Yes, I do. And, like, being an adult and trying to find other people to talk to is hard as shit. I have to treat men like mosquitoes, I swear to God. You get it, though. You get it. I just am very... I don't know how... I don't think that we've ever been around each other with a man that is bothering one of us. But, oh my God, when a man bothers me, I just shut down entirely. Like, if a man is talking over me, I don't... Like, I have no tact. And so I go into shutdown mode, because what I really want to do is be like, get the fuck out of my face and never fucking talk to me again, because I'm done. Hey, guess what? You have ruined the moment, and now I don't want anything to do with you. But instead, I just stay quiet. And it's not because I think that I shouldn't be allowed to talk over a man, especially if they're in my sphere and they're bothering me. I have just been conditioned to stay quiet, I think, and not be a bother in other people's lives. So then I let people do whatever the fuck they want to me, which is bad. And I know that. And I recognize that I should work on that as a person. But, like, I do agree with men should be treated like mosquitoes. Sometimes it feels safer to not upset them. Legitimately, sometimes it is the, like, the fear of, like, I don't know what this man is capable of, and I don't want, you know, like, gang, we all know I have brittle bones. I have the lupus. I get tired very easily. And, like, I would love to think that given the moment in a fight, I would take down anyone for any reason. But you just never know. So it's just easier. You're right. I can think of the number of people I regularly talk to on one hand. People are so fucking stupid. 99% of the people I talk to are mostly here. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. It is definitely one of those things where it's like, anytime I have, like, a minor inconvenience with another person, which happens often. Not enough that I feel like I need to, like, start a stink or anything, but especially if it's a man, I just will let them do whatever the fuck that they think is productive in that moment, and it's not good. And, like, I know better. I don't like when people fuck with me, point blank, period. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to let anyone dick around with me that I don't think deserves to dick around with me. But oh my God, for, like, a self-preservation kind of thing, I do just let whatever happens happen. Also, Angel, is Shadow Lover gonna be your new username? I love the little videos that you make about all your Sonic stuff. They fill me with such joy. They're so stinking cute. Sorry you girls have to go through that. It's not even just like, it's the girls, gays, and the theys. But I changed too much. I try really hard to follow all of your socials, but I don't know if I have all of them. But I think I do. Anyway, Angel is sweet and wonderful, and I love them. And they make good Sonic content. Angel and I met because we both loved Sonic. I think Angel loves Sonic way more than I do because I am a newbie to this whole thing. Not that it's a competition. I should be clear that when you love something, it's not a competition of who loves it more. Don't worry, it's just me being silly. But I want to support you in all of your silliness. It was more about being a supportive, good friend to my adorable, wonderful Angel. It works. Your name's Angel. You are an angel. So, okay. The wig, minus the bangs, is crimped. Me to all my friends. I want to smooch them all in their faces, their cute little faces. Okay. I think that's good for now. And I also think, I already said this to your mans, but I think that we should go to the Ren Fair together. I'm just saying, it could be really cute. I'll also message you about it though. No thanks, I'll pass. What the hell? No one was talking to you, Max. How dare you? Okay. So for now, I'm gonna move the wig off to the side. Oh my god, she's bald. But I do like that it has a lot more texture now. Javi didn't say what day. I just told Javi what day I was going, and that I'd really like it if you just went the same day I was going. I never got confirmation if that was the case or not. But if it is, that would be magical. Says Titans need to borrow chainmail for the Ren Fair. I don't even know if I could convince Titans to dress up. That's the real thing. All right, I have picked up the ponytail a little bit weird. What are you currently doing to the wig and why? I am crimping the wig. I'm giving the wig more texture so that it's easier to work with is basically where we're at. I can convince him. You have a lot of faith in yourself, Sam, and I appreciate that. Okay. There we go. We're going for... Yeah, that makes me so happy. I'm so excited. I just saw that Javi was like, oh man, I want to go to the Ren Fair. And then I was like, it's my time. I need to shoot my shot. Well, then I'm excited. Yay. You're watching real-time joy. Well, good. I hope that you dress up, and then I can dress up and feel like a cute fairy princess on my the day after my birthday. We can have a nice time. You've been waiting to go? Wario and Waluigi, but like Renaissance themed, right? You gotta dress up like you're in ye olden days. Okay, there's like a method to this, right? Yes, okay. Oh god. I'm doing is it pirate weekend? Is the day we're going pirate themed? Okay. I'm also using, so this is like a, oh man, what is this called? A rat tail, because it's pointy, like a rat's tail. And I'm going to section off. He wants to be Night Shadow, and I'll be Princess Amy. Oh, adorable. I love that. That sounds so cute. And that way you guys can reuse the adorable wigs you already have. I'm trying to figure out what I want to dress up as, because like part of me just wants to be like a beautiful fairy. Not anyone specific, but what the hell am I listening to? Sorry, there's like a woman on the TV that I don't recognize, and she's saying weird stuff. Who are you? Where is the remote? You know what? Whatever's happening is happening. You guys don't need to be privy. I'll find out soon enough. There's a lot of YouTubers on my screen, though, that I recognize from over a decade ago. And this could go so many different ways. Okay. All right. I've sectioned. Oh, it's an Ariana Grande music video. Oh, it's Thank You Next, apparently. I had no idea. There we go. Okay. I think I can just do this. Usually you have like a wig that you can like put the rest of your wig hair on, but I don't have that. So I think I'm going to leave it clipped like that. We should dress up as the full Sonic crew. Oh, man. I have to remake my Sonic wig then. I think I'd have to get a different wig. That was my first attempt at the Sonic wig. Okay, is that gonna... Okay, cool. I think that we're good. No! Hair fell out! Embarrassing for me. Okay, there we go. Sexy Waluigi and I'm game. Oh my gosh. I like the idea of Sonic though. Oh man, could I make like a cute little Renaissance Sonic outfit? You and Javi always post these pictures of like cute made Shadow. Shadow just in dresses that I think are so slay, and I think I could do that. I could probably just do the same thing with Sonic. Okay, a lot of hair is going to fall off of these wigs. Which is, you know, that's part of just having, oh, it's not even a cheap wig. It's not that the wig is cheap or anything, because the price of the wig usually isn't what Lolita Sonic. I've never been in Lolita. I've always wanted to. I've always really, really wanted to, but I have never done it before. I've never owned a cord. That's what you call them, right? The coordinate? That's the whole fit. I've never had one. It could be so cute, though. I've been seeing a lot of people dressing up at the Ren Fair as, like, different D&D character classes lately, and I very much wanted to do that. I would like that. That would be magical. That sounds so fun. I think it's like a product of like, ooh, I have such a big wardrobe, but also like to have like a curated, cute, stylized wardrobe has always intimidated me, so I've never committed. But you always have cute outfits. I trust you. Dress me. Have a great day, Erico. Thank you for being here. Shadow is a fighter. Pugilist. Sonic is a monk. Tails would be an artificer. Oh my god. A little artificer Tails would be so cute. I love the idea. Okay. So what I did is I sectioned off a small section of wefts. There's only there's only 3 sections of wefts I have right here. Wefts are like lines of hair that if you like cut out a whole weft, you would just have like a straight line of hair that they sew onto the wig to make it have the illusion of like, you have a lot of hair on your head. And so what I'm doing is I sectioned it off vertically, like I said. When you section off wigs, you want to section vertically instead of just like across horizontally, so that when you use the crimper with these little teeth, you get a more natural, random texture instead of like a uniform line all the way down. To answer your question about what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to do smaller sections of hair, which is exactly what I was doing on the base Frieren wig because the hair is so short on the Frieren wig. And then I'm taking the hot hair and I'm immediately brushing it out so that the texture still stays in the hair, because like synthetic hair is just plastic. Like I'm literally just heating up plastic. The best advice I ever heard on styling a wig was that just keep styling. The hair will do what it tells you because it is plastic. It takes patience to build, but it's fun when you finally have a cord to wear it. And then I want one. I want one, Angel. It would be so cute. And then I would just have to like find excuses to go wear it. And I want that. I wanna have a cord. I wanna go hang out in little Tokyo and have boba with my friends. I'm debating on what I'm wearing to the Ren Fair. I've never been to a tea party, but I would love to go to one. I have little finger foods. One time I went to an etiquette class. I used to work at this, you guys have heard me say this. I used to work at this electronics refurbishing place. I morphed both of those words into the same sentence. And they made us go to an etiquette class because too many of the guys in the warehouse were not being presentable gentlemen as prospective clients of the business would walk through. So the president of the company made us go to an etiquette class. We literally walked down the street. It was so funny. And we were walking down the street because it was so close. We were in walking distance to this etiquette place. And as we walked up, it was this beautiful pastel pink and blue building. She had very clearly painted the outside. And there was glitter all over the sidewalk. And I was like, oh, I think this is like an etiquette class for children. And it very much was. So it was like a place where you go to have like a tea party and you learn like all of the things you're not supposed to do in like a professional business setting. Or like at a tea party, you know, like you're getting ready for your, oh man, what do they call them? Man, there's a really specific word. It's like a thing you do when you're like in high society. Gosh, I can't think of what it's called. There's a very specific word for it. They would do it on Bridgerton. Men always. Not all men, but always a man. It's the greatest line I've heard all year. I've been using that. You guys can have that one. But yeah, this place was like definitely like if a little party of girls came to like learn how to be fancy, they definitely had tea parties in this place. And all of the guys made fun of the glitter on the way in, but you could tell that they were really into it. They were like, ooh, we have to be like upper crust and fancy. When is Ren Fair? It is, well, I think it's already started, or it's starting at the end of this month, I think. And then it goes through until like mid-May or something like that. The Ren Fair is pretty big out here. People far and wide come to this Ren Fair.
Mom, you left me alone in the back
quickly
room.
do the bottoms because those are going to burn much easier. No, it goes through May. You left me alone in the back room. I'm scared. I know. I'm sorry, son. It just is like that, Dave. I didn't do it on purpose. But, gotta get men ready for the company debutante ball. Oh my god, imagine. Oh my god, Warg, are you the person that suggested that song Graves or Closure? I can't remember if the band was called something like that. I listen to that song all the time now. Too fast turn around for cloak pins. That's okay. It's a very thoughtful idea. But yeah, the Ren Fair is literally the entire month of my birthday, and I've always wanted to go. I think I've been saying for like 3 years now. Since I moved to LA, I was like, I really want to go to the Ren Fair. Because the one back home in DC, the Maryland Renaissance Festival, that one happens in the fall. Like at the very tail end of summer, beginning into fall. And so that one was never around my birthday. This one happens Hello? This one happens during the time that my birthday would take place. So I very much want to go to it. Okay, that might be too much hair, but fuck it, we ball. I gotta make sure that my Frieren ponytails look good. Pigtails? She has pigtails. You've never gone? I've never gone. I wanted to go for my birthday a couple years in a row. And instead, the first year I lived in LA, I went to, oh my gosh, The first year I lived in LA, I went to Disney for my birthday. And then last year I went to Knott's Berry Farm because I love Snoopy, and I really wanted a picture of Snoopy in his Easter outfit for my birthday, which I got. I looked so cute in it. He looked so cute. He had on little Easter bunny ears. So I did that. And then I haven't figured out what I wanted to do this year. We joked about going to Legoland for my birthday this year. I was just like, let's do it. I'll go get my driver's license. I remember when I was a kid, I went to Legoland out here because my dad's family lived in Southern California while I was growing up. So it would come here. I didn't know you like Snoopy. I love Snoopy. Hold on. Hold on. I can do this because it's in my living room. It won't take me very long. Yeah, well, you'll still hear me. My dad growing up called me Chuck all the time. This is so funny. This is just in my living room. Hold on, I'm bringing them. Gosh, I feel like I should have more, to be honest. It's so funny. I'm like walking around my living room just picking up plushes. So here's my little Snoopy collection that lives in my living room currently. This is my little Easter Snoopy. He's a little tie-dye. I got him in an Easter basket one year. This one I got for Christmas one year. It's like psychedelic Snoopy. I like him a lot. This one's so tragic. I need to put new batteries in it. I'm just lazy. This one, his mouth opens up like this. So if you go like this, he makes like laughing little Snoopy noises. I love him desperately. His little battery pack's back here. I need to get new batteries for him. He's very funny. And then this one I got last year for my birthday. I bought it for myself. It was a little birthday gift to myself. It's a Squishmallow, and it's Camp Counselor Snoopy. He had a little matching Woodstock, but I don't really collect a lot of Woodstock. The only Woodstock I own, my dad gave me as like to cheer me up kind of gift. I think I might have bought him the Woodstock, and then he gave it back to me as like a never forget your father loves you kind of thing. He gave it to me like when I was having a hard day at work, and he was like, you gave me this, so I'm giving it back to you so that you know I care about you kind of thing. So I don't collect a lot of Woodstock, but I also love Woodstock. So yes, I'm a big Snoopy fan. I don't think I was a big fan of Knott's itself. We went during the time that my birthday takes place, next month, April 18th, the Boysenberry Festival is going on. So like the Boysenberry Festival is probably starting around right now. It's like the big thing you do at Knott's. You like go and you get a pass, and then you get like vouchers to eat at like every place in the park. And you get to try all this different boysenberry food. Oh my gosh. It's so good. So if you're really into food and you want to go eat a lot of food, that's a good reason to go to Knott's. Otherwise, it's like the park's not that great. It's really small. It's right next to Disney and Six Flags. So like if you're going to go for like a theme park, go somewhere else. But if you like Snoopy, which I do, then it's a magical time. I bought a Snoopy hat. I bought a Snoopy hoodie. I bought this Snoopy. It was magical for that. But if you're not into Snoopy, there's no reason to go to Knott's. There's a season pass you can get, which lets you go anytime, but it's only daily. What do you mean it's only daily? Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. I'm thinking about getting like a season pass to go to Universal. I wanna go there often, I think. I haven't decided. Is Snoopy my favorite character ever? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a great question, actually. I think he might be. I love Snoopy. He's such a little stinker. Charlie Brown is really big. So like the Peanuts in general, if I got up and went back to my bookshelves back there, because again, I'm in my living room, so all of my stuff, all of my trinkets are out here. But I have like a ton of like Peanuts comic books. I made that Snoopy diorama on stream one time. I genuinely love Snoopy a lot. I think that like Luigi's my man. I love Luigi. My dad also calls me Luigi. You guys know this. I've told you this several times. But like, Snoopy's big in my family. Halloween and Christmas aren't completed until I've heard I've got a rock. I got a rock. And then I've heard, oh, everything I touched, I killed it. So I gotta watch a Charlie Brown Christmas and The Great Pumpkin every year, or the holidays have not happened as far as I am concerned. So I think he might be. I think Snoopy is like kind of my guy. I've never had anyone ask me that. I've never thought about it. I'm just like, yeah, I love him. Am I going to what, Alberto? What is your question? What are you asking if I'm going to? I don't think I crimped this enough. How much is a season pass? I have no idea. I think you can pay by month or pay all of it up front. A regular ticket fluctuates during the year, though. And, like, honestly, it's just a reason to get out of the house. That's all it really is. It's like, I think if you got a season pass, it would be equivalent. No, because there's different, that's a disingenuous thing to say, Sam. There's different levels of season passes. Oh, you're talking about the Ren Fair. Never mind. Am I going to Knott's? I went last year for my birthday. They had, oh my God, they had this boysenberry elote. It was so, I love corn. I'm a big fan of corn. I don't know how you guys feel about corn. I like it big time. Have a little bit of cotija on the top of a piece of buttered ass corn with some boysenberry sauce on it. Holy shit. It's so good. You have no idea. That's my jam now. Get it? Because it was probably a boysenberry jam they put on top of the corn. It's got the juice. Can't imagine a more beautiful thing. I love that song. That's probably one of the first things that was big when I first got TikTok, was that little boy just explaining how much he liked corn. I wish that TikTok was always like that. I know that sounds so silly. I've been on like doomer TikTok lately. It's like nothing but people fighting and causing drama for views over there. Oh my God. I have seen so many people just start fights, like fist fights on that app. It's so weird. And then like there's another part of TikTok where it's just like the most wholesome things you've ever seen. Like a little boy eating corn and telling everybody how good corn is. Why social media gotta be so toxic or so amazing? I don't get it. Ow, my fingies. You know what's crazy? I have this glove that you're supposed to put on. Sorry, I'll show you. So I have this glove that you're literally supposed to put on when you're using the crimper so that you can hold the hair and it won't burn you. This is like a burn glove. You're supposed to wear this so that like you don't get hurt. But look at this. Like, my fingers are, look at the pinky. Look at how much they're like, it just doesn't fit on my dang hand, so I don't wear it. I'm trying the 7 picture thingy. I don't know if you guys know about it. There's like a trend going around for cosplayers. And it's like, I only have 7 photos to convince you to follow me. So of course I did it. And I couldn't take it seriously. So I did a bunch of bloopers of my camera falling over, me just being a general goofball. People super like it though. So I will continue to be a weird little fella on the internet. Being a weird little fella is my thing. Each day is 53 before or after taxes. Brother, that's before parking. Sam is leaving out the part where the parking is expensive to go to the Ren Fair. It's like an extra $20 to just park at the Ren Fair. 15, okay. I was exaggerating a little bit. I had no idea. Okay. I think we're good. Also, it's kind of important. I think that you could get away with not doing what I'm doing right now, but I find it to be really important to wait until the hair's kind of cooled down before I do the next set of crimping. Or your crimps just get a little bit out of hand, which I hate personally. So I try to wait until it's not as warm so that my hair doesn't get crazy. Otherwise, it's really bad. Okay, I think I'm good. And then just quickly at the ends. Yeah, the parking at the Ren Fair is insane. The good thing is I have some Sonic comics to read, so I'll leave a lurk. Thank you, Angel. You have a great time. Thank you for being here. I'm going to take you up on that, helping me make a cord for Sonic, though. I think that would be cute. Okay. I think we're good. But you don't park a horse? You say that now. You never know, though. Okay. I think we're good. I'm almost done with this section. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I know Angel was like, you don't need to hype me. This isn't about me. Angel is great. Go follow at least one of their socials. Angel posts good content. Angel has this really cute picture of Shadow in their room. It's like holographic, and I think about it often. I've only ever seen it in videos they've posted. When I'm like, man, I love it so much. Shadow's really just that guy, you know? He's the ultimate life form. I feel like he deserves to be thought about often. Maria. Okay. There we go. Man, how much am I going to get done? That's the real question. What time is it? Time is an illusion. Okay, it's only 6 o'clock. Which means I feel like I've been productive with my time. I have a lot going for me, I think. If I can get like this whole thing done before the end of stream, that would be awesome. Because then I can work on it after stream and I'll have it all done. Because really at this point, all I want is for it to be crimped. And then I can style the bangs kind of, not haphazardly. I just need to cut them a little bit. You need a nap? I haven't been around a whole lot. I was in the, oh my gosh, Neoni, don't even apologize for that. Are you okay? How have you been? Also, thank you, Nick. Have a good nap. How are you feeling? I was talking about you the other day when we were playing Mario Kart because somebody joined and they had a Japanese username and I was like, oh, Neoni. Neoni has Japanese username. There we go. Gosh, I need a haircut. My bangs get in my face all the time. Okay. All right, all right. Push. Push. I need more room. Okay, there we go. I struggle with a lot of issues and heart issues. Asthma life is, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I'm glad it sounds like you're doing well right now. I get it as like, haha, autoimmune disease. Love having that. It's kind of always a day by day thing when you have some medical issues. Some days will be good, some days will be bad. You don't know which one you're getting when you wake up. But I'm glad to hear that you're back and that you're here with us. I feel like people don't know this, but like I do notice when people are gone from chat, and then I wonder how they're doing. Because like in my mind, people leave because something's going on in their life. Not that it's any of my business, but like people have come back after like a year of going missing, and I'm just like, oh my God, why are you back? I thought you had just moved on. And then they have the craziest story I've ever heard in my life, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, wild. Okay. I think the hair is good. I'm just waiting for it to cool down a little bit. And then I think I'll use a hair tie to kind of partition it off from the rest as I'm crimping the rest. It was easier with the short hair, but when the hair is long like this, it's just easier to put it in a hair tie. I have clear hair ties. It doesn't really matter. I have a bunch of black hair ties, but I feel like at some point I'm going to style a black wig, and I want to kind of save as many of the darker hair ties, because sometimes you want to leave the hair ties in and I'll need them. So it's just easier to, you know, have these clear ones that you can't even see on camera, I would imagine. That also might just be because I'm a little far away. All right. I don't even know if you'll be able to see this. I'll show it up to the camera. I have these T-pins that I use to hold the hair back. I wish I didn't, because this little T catches hair all the time, and it's a little annoying to deal with. But they're what we have to work with. They're also the most readily available. I use them mostly for sewing, but since I have so many of them, I just use them for wig styling now as well. Okay. Man. I need to get like a water or something. Maybe I'll get a spindrift. Nobody's here to stop me. Also, I don't think the music will stop, but let me know if it does, because I can go fix it really quickly. Here we go. I wish I had like a close-up camera so I could show you guys how much hair I'm like dealing with here. There's like such specific little things I'm doing, like strands that I just don't want in the line I'm doing. But okay, there's like one line of hair that I didn't want to pick up, but I did. Okay, I think that was okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. Ah! Hair, please. And then I don't know if this will actually help at all, but I'm gonna still use the T-pin to take down the middle so it stays out of my way. Okay. I also need like a much better stand to put my wigs on than what I'm currently using, because this is a microphone stand. I bought this, God, I was 13 maybe when I bought this stand, and it used to just have like a nice professional microphone for when I thought I was going to be a musician on it, and then I literally ripped off the mic stand part so that I could use this as a wig stand instead. But I don't think I should be using it this way. It's kind of incidental. Asthma's terrifying to me. I'm grateful you can outgrow asthma. I had no idea. But having to keep an inhaler on hand just so that you don't have to worry about suffocating out of nowhere is terrifying. That does sound terrifying. Oh my gosh. I thought asthma was just something you either have or you don't have. Not that it can just go away or come on at any time. I guess the more you know. Every time I watch a wig styling video online, everyone's like, it took me like 2 hours to crimp my entire wig. And I'm just like, what? What are you talking about? It took you 2 hours? I could never. That would be crazy. It's not fun, but I lived this long, so I'm trying my best. Well, we're glad that you are trying your best and you are here. Continue. But it's a gamble. I've been wanting to play Pokopia, but it's sold out everywhere I live. I could buy it. It's digital. It's a key card, but I'm a physical person because of my often trips to the hospital with no Wi-Fi. That's such a bummer. The worst part about getting physical now is that it's just like, congratulations, you have a download key code now. So you still need the internet to like do that initial download. It's not fair. Pokopia is so fun though. So I hope you're able to find a physical copy. Apparently the only reason to pre-order games now is so that if you want a physical copy, you get it. Isn't that so sad? Sometimes when I feel like I haven't been quick enough, I'll go over the same crimped hairs like I did just then when I was like quickly just running the crimper over the hair. I do that to keep it hot and straighten it out ever so slightly. So I don't like really push down on the crimper with the hair. I just make it so that it's like it keeps the hair hot. Tomorrow you're getting Crimson Desert? Man, you're the second person to come in here and tell me about Crimson Desert. And I had just never heard of it. That's why I get digital games. I like the concept of having physical copies, but actually having physical change them now inconveniences me. I feel like, yeah, ever since the pandemic, I've just kind of given up. Like, if I get a physical copy, that's awesome. But I'd rather just have what I want immediately and not worry about it. They're going to take it away from me anyway. Having the physical copy doesn't mean anything anymore, unfortunately. Which is such a shame. At least with the Switch 1, it's always on there, download, and you can play with no connection unless they change that. I think the initial download of the game you need to be online, but after that you should be able to play offline no problem. Maybe I'm wrong, but that is the impression that I was under. But who knows? They change stuff all the time. All right. We're making good progress. I haven't like gotten up and walked away in a little bit though, which is a little rough for me because usually I like move around in my chair just enough that I don't get crampy, I guess. But sitting here on the edge of my couch is like, whew. If I can't buy the physical sense, then I will buy it digitally. That's fair. Definitely consider getting it digital if you can't find it because it's really that good. And it sometimes it is a little time dependent. And I know that you can time travel in the game. You can go back and forward in time, apparently, provided that you've downloaded like all of the updates and stuff for the game. But some of the stuff in the game, it's like, it'll be done tomorrow. And you're just like, tomorrow? Like, okay, but I want to keep playing right now. Me trying to fix everything in the game, and it's like, it'll be done at some point. And you're just like, but sooner rather than later would be preferable, if we're being honest. Okay, I think I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna brush it out. It'll be done tomorrow, which means 12 hours, which is really annoying when they don't tell you straight up. But they tell you straight up on other things, which is even weirder. Like, they should just tell you. I'm glad that you can time travel in the game. I played Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and if you did that, you were basically punished. I know, it's so stupid. Like, I respect the sanctity of it takes time in the video game, because I also played Hello Kitty Island Adventure. And, like, it's nice to get onto a game really quick and do your dailies and then get off and not think about it for the rest of the day. I did like that. But, like, that's not for everyone. Like, I know people time travel like crazy in Animal Crossing. And, like, some people don't want to wait. And I respect that. And if they put it into the game that you can time travel, then you should let people time travel. I get that, like, Hello Kitty Island Adventure was being like, no, we don't want that for our game. But then it's like, then don't make a game in the genre where, like, that's cool. But whatever. Sanrio be doing Sanrio things. Oh, my wig has to take a break because my crimper has died. So I have to wait for it to heat up again. Also, I'm on my glass table. I'm using these silicone floppy disks so that they don't burn my table. So if you plan on using a crimper, make sure that you have heat-resistant surfaces that you can put everything down on. Otherwise, you're going to burn everything. Also, I'm going to go put my Snoopies back really quick so that I can get up and walk for a second. And also make sure that my battery isn't dying, because I have a fear that that might happen, and I want to check the back of the camera. What are we at? It looks like we have time. I guess I'll go until the camera dies. I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's no wheel and no bonus hour today, so it's just going to be a stream until the stream is no more streamed. You feel me? You pick up what I'm putting down? Okay. I'm just stretching. I'm here, though. I'm here. I'm mic'd up. Get used to it. I at least have the wherewithal to know not to go to the bathroom with this thing on. Some people might not be that smart. I've heard as such on the internet. Remember Darkside Phil? That guy just did whatever. Song requests are not enabled. Song requests are broken. And Titans isn't here. And not really ready for a dad joke. I love dad jokes. Hit me with them. I'd love to know where... Oh, no, that's not the right remote. What the hell? I keep trying to, like, change the music. And I cannot because I don't know what I did with the remote. Is a shame. It didn't fall into the couch. Oh, my back just cracked. That was magical. I found it. I found the remote. Oh, thank God. I miss floppy disks. I used to play Bomberman on one back in the day. I love floppy disks. They're magical. I mean, they're terrible for storage, but like I like them. I have the nostalgia for them. Okay. Everything's still good? Yes. Cool. Let's get back to it then. If I could finish this one ponytail, that would be Seek. All right. There we go. I made the hair too hot on this. Did I not turn it down? So there's different okay, no, it is. There's different settings. Why do melons have weddings? Ooh, why? I don't know the answer to this one. Hit me with it. They can't elope. Oh my God. Does chat, okay, tangentially related, still about melons. How does the chat feel about cantaloupe and honeydew melon? Are we haters or enjoyers? I know a lot of people that don't like either, and I think that they're wrong. Ban, in my opinion. Ooh, why can't they? Delicious? Good. That's why I like you, Warg. That's why you stuck around this whole time, because you have great taste. I love all melons. You know what, Hal? Fair enough. Not honeydew. Cantaloupe is yummy. I love honeydew melon. I think it's because it's not very sweet. They are extinct. Wow. Okay. Not where I thought that joke was going. I just love food melons. I was not listen, Hal. You have never once said anything degenerate in this chat that I can think of off the top of my head. So I took that as watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew. I get it. You're allowed to like all kinds of melons, though. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not really big on watermelon. Like, watermelon's fine, and if somebody offers me watermelon, I'll have it. But past that, like, not my favorite. It's just water. Hence it being called watermelon, obviously. Okay. Gosh. My back. She hurts. I saw... They are, in fact, extinct. That makes sense. Man, my back is killing me. Not in the same ways that Thor's is. Thor's sounds way worse than my back pain. But jeez, if my back don't hurt right now. The lupus is hitting hard, it seems. All right. What is happening? What is this? Okay. This is fine. Fern ball gown outfit? That sounds magical. Any particular reason for ball gown outfit? Or just 'cause? In Pocopia, I had to Google how to put the stupid flag on the top of my cottage because I was too stupid to figure it out. Was it just a matter of looking up at the right angle? It took me a second on the leaf house. Not the big one, but the second one. Yeah. I mean, it's not intuitive because, like, typically if you are doing something, if it's more than 3 blocks high, your little ditto won't, your ditto won't do the dang thing, you know? So, I don't blame you. Okay, there we go. Good. I don't think I can get away with doing just one last big section, which is a shame. But that's okay. I can with this part. I was talking about this up here. I think I'm going to have to split the rest of the hair into 2 more sections. But that's okay. I built a different large house and just placed it nearby on the ground. And that worked, but the cottage is special, apparently. Is that true? Dang. That's kind of lame. I need to do so much work on my starting area. I finally went and got a little bit more from the beach area. So I got the water ability and whatever, but there's still so much I need to do. I meant to start building the Poke Center in the Rocky area, but I haven't finished the party yet. For those of you who will be here tomorrow, I don't know how many of you that is, obviously, but I will be doing a co-stream with, I have Brewster, otherwise known as Elena. So I'll be doing Pocopia tomorrow for sure, which I am very much looking forward to. But yeah, I legitimately haven't played like Pocopia at all since the last time I did it on stream, and I am itching to play. The only game I don't play on stream is Silent Hill F, and I also would like to get back to that, but that is just wishful thinking when I'll ever get back to that. It has a spot where it's actually coded to magnet into a specific place on the roof. I see. I mean, that makes sense. I'm surprised all houses aren't like that, though, especially because the hut that they tutorial you to make. Hey! I'm making my Frieren wig. I think it's looking pretty good. Well, the crimping is looking pretty good. I haven't really done anything past that. Seeing your Frieren Ready Bros invigorated me to make sure that mine was looking just as snazzy. Oh my gosh, the elastic. I've never hand constructed a wig. I mean, this is just the ponytail. The base wig is right here. So I am also not that brave for Frieren. I've hand constructed other wigs. I've made a helmet wig with a gigantic ponytail in the back. Sorry, I hit the mic, which means that you all heard that. And I've made smaller like attachments to my other wigs that were on pigtails, but the Frieren turnaround will not be that kind, I don't think. So I'm just doing what I feel like I can get done in the time frame I have. I need to make my first helmet wig. I always just brush, pin, spray, and pray. Honestly, I feel like this is in a very Mandalorian way. That is the way. I wanted to challenge myself to make the helmet wig when I made the big ponytail wig that I have, because the character I was cosplaying as, friend of the channel, Taboo Toad, made an 18+ an adult game. And one of the characters in the game has a gigantic ponytail. So I cosplayed as one of his characters. and she's got this long, like the top starts on like the dome of her head and then goes really high in the air. And so I was just like, I gotta do it. I gotta make a helmet wig or otherwise it won't work. And that initial like making of the helmet portion was so terrifying. And then it turned out that was the easiest part. Making like the batting like helmet that you just cover in like Uhu glue or whatever. That was the easy part. The laying of all of the individual wefts that I made for that wig was terrifying. And also, I don't know if it worked out the way I wanted it to. It went through so many revisions before I was like even semi satisfied with the product I had made. And I'm still not satisfied with it. I think that it could have been better. It was just so annoying. There's so much hair on that thing though. I had to make this entire like hair core, and then I had to put more batting on that, and then I had to paint that because it was this bright red wig. Oh my gosh. It was a project. I like it just a fever dream of like 12 hours of making individual hair wefts out of another wig that I scalped entirely. It was fun, and I learned a new skill. Was it worth it? I don't know. Can I get away with doing this as one thing? Well, I hope that you have a good time with it. Honestly, the crimping part is the longest part, I think, overall. I'm not even using the rat tail comb anymore. I'm just lazy. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm the cosplayer. Anyone can tell me how to make my cosplay. And if I want to take a tiny little detour, I will. The crimping just takes so long to get right. Because if you're not like sectioning out the hair like this, it's just, it doesn't look right. And the other way that I could do it is just doing the teasing. That takes just as long. Anyone who acts like the teasing would be a much faster way to style a wig is insane. It's all a long process to deal with. And I don't have that doge in me, I don't believe. Do I still have heat going here? Okay, yeah, we do. We're good. The most important part is remembering to vertically section out all of your hair and hold it at an angle. I'm sure you've seen all of the tutorials that have said the same stuff. Just to make sure that you get like a inconsistent and random texture instead of a uniform texture. I'm hoping to enter Coco in a competition. I'll be working on her through December. I love that for you. What competition are you going to enter it into? I've always wanted to compete in a cosplay contest, but I don't know that I have the time to dedicate to making a costume to the quality in which I would be proud to display it in a contest. Also, a lot of them, you need to do like a skit. There's a qualifier at my yearly con. Man, there's so many. It's not like at like Hall Mat or anything like that, is it? I've always wanted to go to Hall Mat. I know people don't care for it because it like changed venues or whatever. But I always wanted to go. A Christmas convention sounds so magical. Because then it's an excuse to wear a cute little Santa outfit. But yeah, the idea of like making a build book and taking all of the time and care that I want to like make a costume, that sounds magical. I watched a video the other day of someone who like had a loom and like made the fabric that they used to make their costume, and I just was like, how do I even deal with that? I don't understand. I don't have the time to dedicate to learning how to use a loom to get the silk out of the spider's butt to make my costume. I'm sorry, I can't make the silk. I don't have that kind of knowledge, and I don't think I can start to learn just yet if I want to. It's not a crazy big one, but the winner of qualifier goes against winners from other selected states, and they have about 30-ish competitors each year. Ooh, well, that's cool. I'm excited to see your costume. I know you're saying you're going to work on it until December, but I'd imagine you'll have progress you can show until then. How long did your derpy tiger take to make? I've never made a ball gown, but you made that big boy ball gown, and I loved it. I love the other costumes you showed too. The ball gown just seems very intimidating to me, so I was curious. Okay. Is that too much hair? Yes. Yes, it is. Derpy was a rush project. That's okay. Done over the course of 2 weeks. Total time was probably closer to 5 full-ish days. That's not bad, though. Like that? Jesus Christ. Hair? Do what I'm telling you to do? My back. Okay. Standing up again. I gotta do the dang thing. One time, I was rushing. Well, actually, the very first cosplay I fully ever made from scratch. Second cosplay I ever fully made from scratch, I guess, technically. My very first one I made from scratch, from head to toe, was Bulma, but specifically from Dragon Ball, not from Dragon Ball Z. I don't care for Dragon Ball Z in the same way that I care for Dragon Ball. Kid Goku just hits different, that's all I'm saying. He's so pleasant. He's a good main character. Adult Goku kind of sucks butts. Ball gowns aren't hard if there isn't a corset. A corset would have set me back at least a week. I've always been curious about making a corset, but I feel like a corset and a ball gown together is not something I want to try right away. I think I'd want to do a corset to know I can do that and then work my way up to a ball gown with a corset. That sounds crazy. I've always wanted to work with boning and stuff like that, though. A bunch of structure does sound like a lot of fun. But the very first costume I ever made was kind of a rush job after Bulma. Bulma I took a little bit of time on just to see if I could, like, do it. It was the first time I had ever made a hair bow on Bulma. That was crazy. But Asuka, the Asuka schoolgirl outfit that you guys have seen me wear over and over again at this point, I made that in like 8 hours after doing a bunch of math on paper. I know, streamer doing math, that thing that she's really good at. And then I just did it. I winged it through the whole thing. I wasn't sure if it would work on my, like, the fabric that the dress was going to be made into. I just did it. I didn't do a test or anything. And that thing has been in my closet for like the last 10 years. And I still wear it all the time. First dress you ever sewn. The boning is annoying, but so worth it. Dang. I gotta make one. My dream is to make the Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3, which is in a ball gown. It's not a ball gown, but it's a floor-length dress. It's like a big gown. Just not a ball gown, because there is an incredibly stark difference between those two things. And I think that would take me a really long time to do properly. Isn't she, though? I love her. She's my wife. I love her desperately. So that's like my dream dress I'd love to make. But I don't think I have the skills to make it the way that I would properly like to. And so I gotta work my way up with a bunch of smaller projects until I feel comfortable doing like a dress that large. I also am like working on a bunch of other different techniques at the same time, like honing them anyway. Like for someone who is not very confident in their abilities, I am very confident that I can learn whatever I want to learn and try it at least. That part I have down. Trying a new crafting hobby, no problem. Putting another tool in my tool belt, that sounds great. But I have to get good at a bunch of small things before I can commit to a large thing. Which is always the hard part, you know? Should have brought a clip with me. My dream is film accurate Elizabeth Swann in the second movie outfit with that like beautiful, like very ornate jacket, right? She's got on like a crazy jacket in the second movie. I hope you do that someday. That sounds like it would be really fun to do. I know I don't have a lot of other fellow cosplayers in the chat, but is there any other costume that you guys would like to wear? I feel like you've just heard, not the Pirate King one, the slightly red one. Okay, I see. That one's also beautiful though. All the outfits in those pirate movies that they have her wear are just stunning. Even those original dresses where you can tell that she doesn't want to be in them. That scene of them putting her into the corset, crazy. I haven't watched those movies in a really long time because Johnny Depp. Yeah, that you want to wear, not that I would wear. No. I want to know if you guys in the chat have like a costume you'd want to wear. Hello. That's fine. Can you check to see if the battery, IT guy just came back. Can you check to see if the battery is okay on this camera or if I need to like wrap it up? Because obviously I can't charge it. Okay. Because it was at like 30.
It's a pass-through right here.
Oh my god, I feel so stupid. I set it up too.
Where is it? All right.
Yeah, it's on the ground.
Yeah, right here.
Great. Now that you're here, hey, can you... Boo. Boo this guy. Okay, we're back. Can't believe it. IT guy comes back, ruins the whole stream. Thank you. Ugh. I have not had a drink in hours. Do not. It's okay. There we go. Jesus Christ. You're not trying to print something out from the printer, are you? You can't. I took the extension cable. I literally told you this hours ago. This guy don't listen to me. You knew this. My plans for this year are Princess Mononoke, Alfira, Coco, and maybe some little projects like Candyland's Princess. Or Aurora's Simple Dream. Oh, like when she's when she lives with the fairy godmothers. I love that one. Do you need the extension cable right in this moment? That I followed you already, but didn't. Sorry for the spam. My phone and Twitch do not play well together. Well, thank you for being here. Are you gonna be at WonderCon? So you're here. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I was debating making Cyclops and a Space Marine. Well, you have the Space Marine stuff, like project already, right? Like you could just start printing it out. Of anything flowy and pretty, skirt and capes are my favorite. I don't know if you like Hollow Knight or Silksong at all. Ready? Would you like me to call you Ready, Rose, or Red? Let me know. I feel like I change what I call you every time I start talking to you. And once I get into Zelda games, it's over for me. I'll be doomed to cosplay Zelda forever. Listen, I did one Zelda I'm holding my expectations. I haven't made the post yet, so it'll be there late on Friday. And I'm only going Saturday, Johnny. And I'll be bringing a banjo and kazooie. So if you'd like to take more rad photos of my banjo kazooie, I'd be super down for that. If you guys don't know, Dark Johnny, great photographer, had recently posted some pictures that he took of me at LA Comic-Con on my Instagram. And he's a very pleasant person. I enjoy every time I've had a conversation with him at a convention. So there's that. And I do love Hollow Knight, my favorite game, and one of the games that got me into gaming. Oh, so cute. Those are so cute. Well, I cosplayed as Sherma from Silk Song, and making Sherma's little cape was so fun. I had such a good time making that. That's probably one of my favorite things I've done recently, was making Sherma. I even made little ribbons that I gave out while I was cosplay. I'll be down for that. I'm not sure how I'm going to be walking around with my flash, or if I should even bring it. And not only is it big, I've seen you post that sucker online, but it's going to be so hot at this stupid fucking convention. Oh my god, it's going to be so miserable outside. I don't know what to do. So I can't imagine you're going to be wanting to carry around that sucker. All the times we tried to meet up for a Sherma photo shoot at ALA. I know! We were in the DMs trying to coordinate it all day, and we just kept missing each other. It was so tragic. I still need to remake my Sherma hat, which is why I haven't asked if you wanted to go do a photo shoot yet. But when I remake that hat, we're doing it. ALA is a fun con. I went when I lived in Cali. Oh, it's my favorite convention, I think. Genuinely, I think it's my favorite convention. Hello? Okay. I couldn't hear anything out of my headset. It was kind of crazy. Oh my god, hold on. I have to change that. I apologize for the embarrassing song you guys were just listening to. Change that. Enjoy Hot Mulligan. I can't believe Brand New would do me like this after I talked shit about them all these years. It's been a decade of talking shit about them. ALA is probably the best convention in SoCal, second being to WonderCon. For me, second is Anime Pasadena. I had a really... Because Anime Pasadena has this small con vibe, but it was kind of big. And everyone was so pleasant. Haven't tried San Diego because those tickets are horrible to get. I'm not even trying. WonderCon was your very first? I didn't hate WonderCon last year, but I think I just prefer the smaller anime conventions. So I didn't have the same experience that it seems like everybody else does at WonderCon. And all of the people that I wanted to meet up with showed up heckin' late. So it's like I didn't even get to hang out with anybody. Now I just go to Emerald City and PAX West for easier travel. So you must... Oh. So you live in, like, the surrounding Seattle area, right? Because Emerald City is in Seattle, right? I didn't make that up. Am I stupid? I think that's where it is. Anime Pasadena is good. I'm glad that I went. I'm glad that I went to Anime Pasadena. I had a really good time with that one. Oh my god. Hold on. I have to untangle my crimper. Watch out, it's 390 degrees. And I'm just holding it in the air. Okay, we're fine. I spent so much money there. You were getting so many autographs at Anime Pasadena. It's still a bit of a commute, but it's doable. That's fair. When you live in Southern California, it feels like everything is really close and really far all at the same time. But when I'm originally from DC, so everything is like at least an hour drive in my mind. So like when people are like, "Ugh, I can't do it. It's too far away." and then it's like a 35-minute drive. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I can go to that. Why wouldn't I go to that? It's crazy. People just don't like LA traffic, and I don't think it's that bad. Traffic is annoying wherever you go, but I don't think the LA traffic is as bad as everyone makes it out to be here. I like Anime Pasadena for the vibes, but I hated my photos. I know! We took photos there, and you were like, man, I don't think that they were good. I feel like you were also... Well, I don't know if this is true or not. I guess correct me on this one. Were you shadowing David? Sorry, I probably shouldn't call him David. Were you shadowing DT Jam at Anime Pasadena? I want to spam Zagreus. Oh! I wanted to do Zagreus so bad. And I didn't think that I could pull off Zagreus, so I did Malinois. And got stuck in a doorway for 5 minutes because a line for my biggest main character moment. It makes you feel so good, though. I had a friend who went to KatsuCon this year. We used to go every year together, but he never cosplayed. Of course, the one year I don't heckin' go with him, he goes in cosplay. He dressed up as Mothman. And he said that he was like the only Mothman at KatsuCon, and people were like gushing over his Mothman. I'm so sad I wasn't there to like experience it. I still need to deliver them. Take your time, man. Take your time. I get it. When I'm not happy with a product, I want to spend all the time I can making my photos look good. So whenever you get them to me is whenever you get them to me. I see so many great photos from KatsuCon, but I've never gone. It's great vibes. Well, it used to be great vibes. I don't know what it's like now. Everyone says that it's gotten too popular. I have no idea, obviously, because I haven't been since... The last year I went to KatsuCon was 2021? 2022? I think it might have been 2022, actually. Before they started messing up the badge dates. Before the fabled somebody pooped in the gazebo story that everyone tells every year. Turns out it was vomit this year, not poop. But everyone was like, oh, they pooped in the gazebo. What's the location for Katsu? It is in National Harbor, which is in Maryland. And it's at this phenomenal hotel resort, like stay, called the Gaylord. Oh my god, the Gaylord is so beautiful. Which is why it blows my mind. Okay, I'm not a gazebo hater. I'm not a gazebo hater. Let me just say that. The gazebo is beautiful. But legitimately, it blows my mind that people wait in these long-ass lines to go take pictures at this gazebo when the entire... Like... It's on the Potomac, so it's on the waterfront. It's beautiful. There's this giant Ferris wheel that lights up all kinds of beautiful colors at night. So there's like all these waterfront areas. The outside's beautiful. There's a little tiny village in the middle of the Gaylord. It looks like a little village. And then all of these beautiful, like, there's a fountain and this water, and then all these beautiful plants inside the hotel, mind you. And then people are like, no. The gazebo, and I'm just like, there's so many opportunities. Don't just care about the gazebo, please, I beg you. I got invited out, and he said it would be cool to hang out, so I said if I went right after work, and before work too. Am I winning? I am, Power. Didn't someone throw up there and everyone thought it was Dookie? That's literally what happened this year. It was vomit. A dog had an accident. Is what I've been told from my friend that was there. She was like, yeah, it was a dog. I did my shadowing all last year. This was taking everything I learned from him into my own work. Oh, well, that's awesome. He's so nice. Which is why, like, this is such a weird thing to say, since I did think that the first time we met was pleasant and you weren't with him. Actually, you might have been. And I just didn't, you caught me at a time where you weren't with him or something like that. But if he vouches as like such a like pillar of the convention like cosplay community, I just assume you're a good person. I'm like, he is truly one of the friendliest people. Like working beside or like under almost Like you're watching them, like how Peter Pan's shadow, like he has to catch him, kind of thing. It's like that. Come shoot to learn. Me? I don't need to. I have to be in front of the camera, showing off my costumes. Oh, like yeah. Shadowing in photos. Yeah. TV_Dark Johnny is a fantastic photographer. So is Altered Molecules, but I've said that a ton of times on the channel, and Johnny has just come for the first time. As far as I can tell. Maybe you've lurked and I just didn't know. But yeah, no. Having a handler or something. No, not like that. But yeah, no. Johnny's delightful. I think that anyone who hangs with DT Jam is just good people. We would prefer the term backpack boys. Are there handlers in Monster Hunter? I have no idea. I know there's that beautiful blonde-haired woman everyone was going feral over in the last Monster Hunter. But that's all I know. I pay for my younger siblings every year, so I make them do pack mule duty. I love that for you. You know what? What else are they there for if not to carry your stuff if you're going to pay for them? It's only fair. Everyone in cosplay needs someone to follow them around carrying all of their stuff. One time, actually last year at WonderCon, funny enough, there was this woman dressed up as the Invisible Woman specifically from Marvel Rivals, and her partner, her boyfriend, maybe her husband, I don't know, her partner just makes it easier because I don't know what he was in relation to her, but he was wearing her badge, and one of the security was really mean and was like, she's got to wear that, and I literally made a face as we walked in. I'm not wearing my badge, by the way, because Titans is wearing my badge for me, and I was like, don't listen to him, don't wear your fucking badge, you don't need to do that. People that volunteer at conventions sometimes just get a big old head about them. You can't give people power sometimes, you know? That follows you around and manages the map on expeditions. I assumed that's what the cats were for, the palicos. We rotate handler over several days, though, depending on who has the best vision and mobility each day. As the lady with the big cosplay on usually, and I have lupus, that's never me. But I love that for you. I'm also an only child, so I don't have younger siblings. I would be the oldest, but if I did have siblings, I would be the oldest. But I don't have any younger siblings to tell to carry my stuff around for me. Hey, I need to be a dork in my 30s. Can you hold my stuff so that it doesn't get in the way? That's what I would be like, though. Thank you, by the way, for the kind words. Well, you deserve them. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. You feel me? Pick up what I'm putting down, man. Like I said, you've been nothing but nice every time we've seen each other at a convention, so. Nick is your older sibling. In the fake adoption you've taken over. Alright. What time is it? We have another hour. Another hour of crimping this hair. You know what's crazy? I haven't shown you guys what I've been actually working on the rest of the week. Hold on. I need to, like, show you the rest of Frieren. Work was wonderful and bought the cosplay, so I didn't make the costume, which is out of character for me. I love making a big costume. 2 eldest of 5? Holy crap. Wait, so do you buy tickets for your entire, like, family? Not family, but your entire sibling unit. Like, do you bring all 4 of them? Your shoulders are too jacked from all the pressure we have. Oh, shit. It has to be a common thing at events. Most people just wear their badges and then hand them off for pictures. But I think at this point, I've just been to so many conventions where, like, you can never see if somebody has on their their badge, that, like, being a butthole about it is not productive. Oh my gosh. Come on. Turn. Keep turning. There we go. Okay, that part I've already crimped. We don't want to over crimp the fibers. You prepared me for teaching middle school, it's fine. That's true. You do have that dog in you. You do have that dog in you. Just for the two middle, one of my sisters is out of state and my youngest brother is too young for me to want to hit him. You know what? Fair. The con scene truly is for a certain age demographic. No, yeah, this will be fine. Ugh. Gosh, we have been just crimping hair for like 3 hours now, huh? I didn't really do any preamble. I just kind of went into the styling. Like I said, for whatever reason, my monitor right here that I'm viewing the chat off of doesn't have the timer. It's like counting down from like 2 million seconds for some reason. So I can't tell how far into the stream we are. I just have to keep looking at my phone for the time. Man, I hit those whip fibers too hard. Okay. No one will know, even though it's at the top of the wig now and it's going to piss me off forever. It's fine, we'll be fine. Have you been to ALV? I haven't, but I really, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I wanted to go. The cast of Chainsaw Man's going to be there. I was trying to move around plans that I had this weekend for the stream, just so I could go to Anime Las Vegas. But WonderCon's next weekend, so like it'll be fine, I guess. I'll just be sad because I should have gone, and it's not that far of a drive. But yeah, I really wanted to go, and I just couldn't justify taking the trip when I have too much other stuff going on. Are you going to the Ren Fair more than one time, Sam? What else are you doing? So you're doing WonderCon next weekend. We're doing the Ren Fair my birthday weekend. What else do you have going on? Oh, wow. You're doing the Ren Fair more than once, and you're taking a trip in between all of that. Jesus Christ. I probably planned my bestie's wedding this weekend, maid of honor duties on top of everything else. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully that's fun. Hopefully you have a good time with the maid of honor duties. That's such a big deal. You only, in theory, get married once, so you always want your bestie's day to be super memorable, you know? Meanwhile, I'm like, you know what would be nice if someday a man just bought me a dress and said, "Are we good?" And I go, "Yes," and then we both move on about our lives. I am the least traditional lady of all time, you know? I think it's just because, my parents didn't get married until last year after being together for over 40 years, so... Are you gonna have, a cute outfit on for the Ren Fair? We were talking about it earlier before you showed up. I asked... One of my friends on Instagram just randomly posted and was like, "Oh, I'd really like to go to the Ren Fair." And I went, "Well, I'm going my birthday weekend, so I'm just saying, if you haven't picked out a date, I'd really like to go with you." It sounds like they're gonna go. I'm very excited. But I want to dress up. We were talking about what we should dress up as earlier. Hi, AJ. I'm going to the Ren Fair this weekend, too. How is the Arizona Ren Fair? I've always been curious. I see so many people go, and it seems like people have a really good time at it. Hot. Fair enough. I want to be a snail fairy and use the same skirt pattern that I used on the derpy skirt, but extend the train to look like a trail. Oh, that sounds so fun. I'm just like, I would like to be a wench and have a different wench feed alcohol into my mouth. A lot of sun and alcohol. Well, that's exactly what the Ren Fair is. The one in Maryland has crab pretzels, though, so that's what I've always associated the Ren Fair with, is crab pretzel. But they don't have that out here because they hate me personally. We go Pirate Weekend too, and I just toss a corset and a scarf and a tie around my waist. We're going Pirate Weekend, and so I need to figure out what in the dang heck I'm wearing. I don't think I'll be on theme with the pirate thing, but I very much need to dress up. Why go to the Ren Fair if not to dress up, you know? And be day drunk, I guess. It's like the one time where I'm not a big drinker by any means. I know it's shocking to hear with the amount I drink on stream, I guess. But I'm not a big drinker, but I love I love the Ren Fair, and I'm like, well, you have to have meat at the Ren Fair. It's just one of the rules, you know? So it's the one place where I'm like, being day drunk is okay. It'll be English next year if it works out. Oh, that sounds fun. I didn't know you could just like, do you have to do different training to switch subjects? When I was a teacher, I was strictly just the art teacher. I just stayed in my lane. I didn't know there was a path to teach a different subject in school. It's apparently near the hottest time of year here. Well, that's disappointing. I'm telling you, the Maryland Ren Fair is at the tail end of the summer. So it's just slowly starting to become fall. Like, it's miserable outside, don't get me wrong. But, like, it's in the forest, so, like, you don't get any of the bad stuff. I'm technically long-term subbing for history, but they're paying me as a teacher. But no, I don't have any training in history. Oh, interesting. So they just really needed someone. They were like, fuck it. English, don't worry about it. You know how to read the history books. Crazy. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna have one ponytail done. Oh my gosh. It's gonna work out. It's gonna be okay. Okay, and then the real test is trying to get it back on the clip. I was going to, like, stuff some, like, batting and quilting material into this hairnet, but I think the hair clip is fine. It's an elegant solution to a problem I was trying to over-manufacture, and sometimes the easiest solution is okay. I already knew the kids, so it was a better transition for them to hire an outsider. When is my birthday? April 18th. It's like the third Saturday in April? I know how to do math. Got scheduled into a meeting that was meant to start 6 minutes ago and everyone is late. Well, that's annoying. Yes. I will be 1 year older. My affiliate anniversary is also on April 13th. So a lot to celebrate right smack dab in the middle of April. I share a birthday with Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Melissa Joan Hart, who I have always preferred as Clarissa from Clarissa Explains It All. Oh my gosh. You're only cosplaying the best anime character ever? Oh my gosh. Triviality, hold on. I have to show you guys. Here, you can tell. I really like Frieren. I'm walking slightly off screen. I'm over by a lamp in my own living room. Do you guys think I like Frieren? I'm asking for a friend. Besides the cosplay, I guess. Here's Maid Frieren. Here's Frieren with a cute winter jacket on. Here's Frieren with a flower crown on with the blue moon weed. It's so cute. I very much like Frieren. I also got a new figure. I don't know if I can hold it up. I'll try to show you guys in a second. I just got a new Frieren. Legitimately, like, a few days ago. I literally filmed myself unboxing it because I was working on my Frieren prop at the same time. This one's crazy. I'll try to show it. I'm really disappointed I couldn't... Oh, no, I took off her arm. I wanted to make the staff have the, like, glossy staff, or the glossy, like, gem in it. But I don't think that that's going to happen. But I love this Frieren. She looks very beautiful. So I need to find a place to, like, put her for real. She's just sitting over in a place where I haven't figured out where I want to put everything. And then I'm going to walk back into my stream room because I haven't shown you guys the staff. I still need to put the gem on it and finish painting the literal staff part. But it looks really good right now. It's probably my best finish on a prop. It's currently just on a white base. But look, isn't that good? Didn't I do a good job? And then the end is already painted too. But I feel pretty good about it. But yeah, so I'm literally in the middle of doing the, thank you so much. I'm in the middle of finishing up the wig, obviously. That's what you guys are watching me do. Thank you guys. But I'm very happy with how the staff has turned out so far. Like I said, it's literally on PVC. I bought it at Home Depot, so it's not even super like heavy duty anything, you know? I just went to Home Depot and was like, can you cut this PVC so it fits in my car, please? They were like, yes, we can do. Well, the first guy said no, and then he yelled, Alex! And he got another guy. I don't have a 3D printer, but I might invest next Christmas. Highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. It was a game changer. That was the reason that I, like, convinced myself to finally, like, start making bigger props. Like, you can make small props or, like, big props with just, you know, foam and basically anything at the hardware store. But there are so many STL files in the 3D printing community that's not just printing slop to sell at, like, art fairs are so nice. A lot of people just put up their files for free. I've bought most of the files that I use for cosplay, but other things like household, like storage stuff, and like some of the things that I use like in everyday life. Like I have a little set of like cups that I use for like sponges in the kitchen and stuff. You can just print out anything on the 3D printer. It's crazy. I love my printer. We are 3D printing heads around here, right? I can imagine it makes it so much easier. It really does. Also, not to be that guy, but I lurk your channel sometimes. How have you been enjoying Elden Ring? Do you like Elden Ring? What are you doing? Sorry, IT guy's walking around in the background. I can make cute little presents for my friends. Oh, I'm obsessed with it. Good, good. Is it your first FromSoft game? Dear Bamboo Labs, give Lynxie an H2D thanks. Hey, listen, I'm willing to sing the good graces of Bamboo Labs as often as they need me to if they want to sponsor the channel. It's tough, though. It's my first Souls game. Well, if you like it, you'll do what I did and then go back through the entire FromSoft discography and you'll be like, oh my god, Dark Souls. I love it so much. My sister made a size-accurate model of Jinx's shotgun from cardboard. She's built different. She is built so different. Oh my god, love that for her, though. My dream was to always cosplay as Ziggs. Or as Gnar. When I first started playing League of Legends, when I was still a degenerate, I had Gnar as the new character on the launcher. It was Zac right before that, I believe, and then it turned into Gnar in like the first week I started playing or something like that. But that is my memory of how it happened anyway. Dark Souls 1 best game. We do not agree. Dark Souls 3 is the greatest video game FromSoft has ever made. Or at least that's how I feel about it. Alright. I have fully crimped this one ponytail. I have done it. The nice thing is, though, like, I can throw it around like that, and it doesn't get tangled. If I did this with a non-crimped one, we would be in trouble. We would be in danger. Let me tell you what. Okay. I now have to figure out how to put it back onto the clip. I took it off, so in theory, I should be able to just slot it through the fishnet and it should be fine. I have no idea for sure, though. Okay. I'm trying. Huh. Okay. I got it on one side. I have no idea if this is going to work or if I'm going to have to redo it. So, this is a learning experience with me. Huh. Please. Oh my gosh. Please. I beg of you. Just work. Okay. This is basically what all of cosplay is like, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. It's a lot of really hoping that something you're doing is working and then yelling. I think I have to change it. I don't think I got it high enough. I'm still gonna hold it. We're gonna see. Maybe it could work out. You never know. Clip, keep going. No! Clip, work with me. This heckin' net. Okay. And then there's these two elastic bands that, in theory, I can just do that with, and then I think it'll be okay. Actually, though? Hold on. That might be okay. I might want to fix it in a little while. But for now, hold on. I gotta make sure that it actually clips. No, yeah, that works. I have no idea how it looks, but it seems like it's okay. It's slipping off of my head because I didn't get a lot of hair in it, but... And also, my hair is literally in a clip right now, so there's nothing for it to clip onto. But I feel good about that. Okay. Alright. That works. I should have done magnets, though. Alright. I feel pretty good about that. I've never taken one of these ponytails off of the clip before. Someone snapped my Marseille staff last year because they weren't looking where they were walking. Literally my ultimate fear with Kazooie. Clips work surprisingly well. I actually got a similar one from Amazon when I cosplayed her, and I was shocked. Oh my gosh. Fellow Frieren cosplayers. I have 2 Frieren cosplayers in the chat right now. I love that for us. And soon to be 3rd Frieren cosplayer. I haven't taken photos yet. Does your cosplay exist if you haven't taken cute photos of yourself in it? I have no idea. Yours will be way better. No. Don't be like that. Untrue. All cosplays are beautiful. My whole thing is, like, I literally started cosplaying because I wanted other people to be my friend. I wanted to go to a convention and find people in the same, like cosplays as me and just be like, I also like that. Do you want to be my friend? I just happen to be insane, and I'm like, what if I spent 2 weeks making a staff for people to just... This is the thing that really bothers me. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this level of, like... I don't even know what to call it. It's not bullying. It's just people with bad opinions. There's, like, this whole culture of, like, oh, 3D printing stuff is bad for cosplay because those people don't actually make their own stuff. And it's like, what are you talking about? Do you know how many parts that heckin' staff back there was in? You're telling me I didn't make my stuff? You're crazy. And then it's like people are just finding a reason to be mad that you used a 3D printer, which I don't think is fair. When I was 17, I started cosplaying. My friend group was 3 artists, a choir kid who loves Supernatural, and a furry. I was a resident jock. That's crazy. I literally just did it for a Halloween stream. Going to an event would make me so nervous I'd fall apart. That's like, okay, here's how it goes. Low key, so I cosplay as Banjo-Kazooie. I go to Anime Expo. I debuted at Anime Expo. AJ, you were there. You saw. That's what I'm doing pretty much. There's something wrong with it, though. And I genuinely, like, I'm a nervous little guy. I go to these conventions because I'm like, oh, man, wouldn't it be nice if an extrovert came up to me and saved me from being uwu nervous at the fellas at the function? And everyone kept coming up to me because they loved Banjo so much, and I just had to stand there like, I don't know what to do other than say thank you. I was in a box and semi-naked. That's true, but it made sense because of who you were, in fairness. And so, as a fellow, I will literally fall apart in a public social setting. I feel that. But there is something about it that's like, oh, well, I did it the one time, so I'm capable of doing it again, which is nice. It's a confidence boost. You don't realize that you need that until it's happening. Didn't you place at the contest? No, I didn't. I've never done a contest. I was actually just telling the chat about that not too long ago. I've never been in a contest before. I stood in line at the hall contest at ALA, but that's not an actual contest. That's just like proper judges go, oh, your costume's really cute. So anyway, I went into OC Cosplay on TikTok in college and got a decent following, then left the app. Oh, wait, I don't know. Wait, OC Cosplay? I don't know what that is. Tell me. And returned to the con scene with a desire to grow my craft rather than just churning out content. I'm trying to do both at the same time, which is a little weird. Because I care so much about my stuff looking good. I literally have spent... In the last week, I've spent probably like... 12 hours sanding that one prop, and I'm not done. The gems, if I had time to learn how to use resin, I would be using resin, but instead the gems are also 3D printed. They're not as smooth as I would like them, so I'm probably going to do one more round of sanding and then spray them red and adhere them to the staff. But gosh, I want to learn how to use resin so bad. I think it would up so much stuff, and then I could make custom dice for D&D, which is already, like, something I'm interested in doing. I realized I wanted to take cosplay more seriously and make some crazy stuff. That's kind of how I was. I was literally, you might have been here when I was telling the story. I literally cried in my car at, like, 8:30 at night. And IT guy was just like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I just want to be a bear. I just want to be a bear with a bird on my back. And then I made it happen. And literally the only reason I wanted to make something big like that is because I was like, I just want to do something cool. I just want to make a big, cool thing for myself and not worry about what other people think of it. Turns out that was the key to success, was just doing something for yourself. And then other people being like, wow, I like that thing. Incidentally, that's how it worked out. My sister got a bit into resin. And I'm so jealous. I don't blame you for being jealous. That sounds awesome. I want to get into Jello? Why was I going to say that? Into resin. I was jealous and resin became Jello in my mouth. I don't know how that one worked. The real success was in your heart the whole time? It was, though, AJ. It was. And so many people have, like, literally messaged me being like, I love your banjo so much. It brought me so much joy. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm so glad I touched so many people, but I literally thought I was just doing this cosplay for me. Turns out I was doing it for everyone. Don't let your dreams be dreams, is what I'm saying, I guess. Where are you going to be cosplaying Frieren at? I'm only doing a photo shoot, actually. I'm not even taking Frieren to a convention. I'm doing a photo shoot. Didn't you know when you are an out-of-stater and you move to LA, you have to do photo shoots as a model all the time? I'm joking. A lot of people have called me a model, and I'm just like, is that true? I don't know. But I'm doing a photo shoot on Friday, and then I'm hiking to a scenic location on Monday to do a second Frieren photo shoot. The photographer that I'm going with was like, I have this place I've always wanted to take photos at, and I think Frieren would go really well there. And then he showed me photos, and it's like this beautiful hike to a waterfall, and I was like, yes, good, I will be doing that. Thank you so much. I'm excited to see them too. I always feel like my photos are going to turn out terrible, and then I see them and I'm like, oh, never mind. I look cool now. This has been the year of me realizing that my cosplays do look kind of cool. It only took me like, God, I've been making my own cosplays for 10 years now. My first cosplay I ever made, I was 12. My mom helped me sew it up. I was Ryoko from Tenchi Muyo, but then I didn't cosplay again until well, I wore Halloween costumes, but that wasn't cosplaying, that was just Halloween. I didn't cosplay again until 2014. And then I didn't start making everything until like 2016. So I've probably only seriously been making stuff to wear costume-wise since 2016. So 10 years. You always look cool. You are a talented cosplayer. Aw, thank you, Alberto. My mom's a learning photographer, and she'll be helping me get better at my cosplay photos. Oh, man, you got the backpack homies baked into the family. Your mom's a budding photographer. You really got it all going for you. It's a whole family affair. That's actually kind of fun. I like that. You do glamour shots, you're a model. This is not up for debate. Okay, fine, I guess I'm a model. But I am going to a convention next weekend. I'm going to WonderCon in Anaheim. But I'm bringing Banjo-Kazooie. Excuse me. What are we doing? Stay heated up? Are you still hot? Don't do this, by the way. Don't test out your hot tools on yourself. Do as I say, not as I do. Sometimes I burn myself with a hot glue gun and I'm like, oh, yeah, that shouldn't have happened. And then I move on about my life. Literally playing out my dress up darling. I do cosplay as Marin Kitagawa. I do cosplay as her. I love Maureen. I have 3 Maureen outfits. I have her schoolgirl outfit from season 1. I've done her outfit from season 2. And then I did a bunny girl last year for Easter. Cosplaying Maureen, or are you Maureen? Maureen is built different. Maureen also has like way more confidence than I do. I really want to go do Shizuku-tan though, because she loves Shizuku-tan. Or I really liked the nun outfit from the last episode of season 2. I think that would be sick to do. You should do a Marine cosplay shoot with all your cosplays in the background. Ooh! Johnny! Johnny, that's such a good idea! I've never thought to do that! Write that one down! Someone write that one down! I'm yoinking. WonderCon, here we come. That's what I'm saying. We're doing it. You're gonna definitely be Denji? Or are you gonna do Gambit? My family is super supportive. My parents aren't into cosplay, but my mom supports my creativity. And my dad likes the skills I've picked up. Aww, I love that. My dad just is like, yeah, just do whatever you're doing. Both of my parents are also very supportive. They've actually been on the stream. during Christmas, my parents came to LA to hang out for like what, it was a week, I want to say. My parents were on stream and played the video games with me, so my parents are also supportive of my weird endeavors. They were like, "Oh yeah, our daughter is a streamer. She literally makes her money playing video games." And then they came on and played video games with me. It's so funny. Cuz I think if you had asked my parents like before I moved to LA if I would ever do something, like I always did weird shit like this. I've always just been like a weird little guy. Put it on the business card. Lynxicat, professional internet clown and weird little guy. But my parents have always just been like, yeah, she kind of just does. I like just go around picking up skill to skill and then just getting proficient at the skill and then deciding I need to pick up something else. So like my dad used to drop me off at concerts as a kid, tell me if I got on the tour bus. He just had to know where the tour bus was going and that I would be okay and safe. That either happened or didn't happen. I let you decide. It happened. But like, you know, so I picked up the guitar when I was like 13. I've played guitar ever since. And then I was like, oh, I want to be a musician. So like my parents like, and this was when Simon Cowell was still on American Idol. They like drove me to go try out for American Idol and like bought me every instrument under the sun. I learned how to play drums one summer. Like my parents have always just been like, yeah, she just kind of does all this weird shit and then picks it up. And then, you know, when I went to art school and then I dropped out of art school because are you an artist if you didn't drop out of the full ride scholarship you had? And then I came back home and I worked for Mattel for a while. And then I got tired of doing that. And so I worked for an electronics refurbishing place and learned how to build computers. And then I got tired of that. And then I became a teacher. Got tired of that because it turns out I don't like children. I knew I didn't like children. I didn't even like children when I was a child. My mom loves saying that to people. And then I was an accountant for a small business at one point. Turns out I don't like math, so that didn't work out very well for me. And then I just YOLO swagged my way to being like, I'm going to drop up everything in my entire life and move across the country to LA. Not to become a streamer. I should probably make that clear. I didn't move out here to become a streamer. I just moved because I felt like moving. It was time to go somewhere new. The wind said, go to California. They have really good food out there, and so I did it. And so now I'm here, and I am a streamer for a living, I guess. I content create full-time. I can imagine it's a strange concept to grasp for parentals, but at least they help when they can. Yeah, no, I love that. My parents understand everything I'm doing. I just don't think that they realized that I was like, yeah, instead of like that being my hobby, I'm just going to do that every day, forever. Content creator in tiny minutes. Slap it on the business card. They do what they can, part of the charm of being a nerd in her late 20s. Hey, as a nerd in her early 30s, I get that. I wish I had been born just like... I got born at the perfect time for all the music I listen to. But like, sometimes I wish I was born just like... He had literally the handshake meme. I wish I had been born just like a few years further into the 90s. So that I could pretend to be a Zoomer instead of just being straight up a millennial. Not so that I could how do you do fellow kids, but so that I understood how the apps worked right away and had done the early internet thing that all the other smart people my age did that just were doing weird shit anyway. I just got nervous and couldn't post myself online. One time, I gave my phone number out to an adult on the internet, and my parents knew a guy that worked for the FBI, and it made me nervous as a child, and I never thought that I could post online ever again. And then here we are, so turns out that was wrong. What other cons are you going to after WonderCon? The only one that I am 100% going to after WonderCon is Anime Expo. That's the only thing I have planned. I scraped my way into the 90s. That's okay. Why are you literally saying exactly what happened to me as a child? Got him. Read you like a book. Sorry, my pants got a little bit weird. I had to push down my jeans. Oh, are you counting the Ren Fair as a convention? Because we're going to RenCon? Fair. I'm also going to the Renaissance Fair, which is a convention. Okay, what time is it? How much time do I have left to keep doing this wig before I can take my dinner break? I was born the last day a millennial could be born. That's crazy. I always wanted to go to the Ren Fair. Well, I'm going April 19th because it's my birthday weekend. You should go. The Ren Fair is magical. My birthday being that time is just incidental. I'm just trying to bully more people into going and experience the magic of the Ren Fair. You get day drunk. A woman feeds you the drink. There's people dressed up as fairies. Everyone's really nice. And you buy a bunch of stuff that you don't need. It's a good time. April babies! We are Aries signs. Fire signs rise up. I don't know anything about astrology. I have a friend. This was so funny. The very first thing I feel like we did after we met, we were having dinner together, and she went, I'm going to do your star chart. And I learned everything I needed to know about myself in that moment. She just read my star chart and said a bunch of true things about me. And I was like, feel like I've learned everything I needed to know from this interaction. I've only ever gone solo, but I'm going with my sister this time. Oh, fun! Going with a group is always the way to go. One time, I went, and my ex, and all boys were my ex at one point, I guess, in my life. Every story I tell is about an ex. And my ex got really drunk, and he used to do this thing where he'd be really loud. It was one of the funniest things that's ever happened at the Ren Fair to me was him just drunkenly yelling at all of our friends. He wasn't belligerently yelling. He was talking very loud at everyone. I kept saying, I'm sorry I'm being so loud. It was just really funny. We get meat pies and cheer for the Scottish Night every year. Oh, there used to be a section at the Ren Fair in Maryland that I would go to where it was the same place to watch the joust from. So it was always the same night every year. And one year he hid in the stands right where I was sitting. Ugh, rent-free that man was in my head. Every year I knew he was going to die during the joust. And it didn't matter. He was still my favorite. I was like, he's going to win! This year's going to be different! I don't think I've ever been to the Ren Fair as an adult. I remember one time I went on a field trip back in school. Go to the Ren Fair. It's so magical. You get to play dress up with your friends in a forest or a very hot desert. And everyone's really magical and has a nice time. And you just have mead in the middle of the day. And eat a turkey leg. Love the Ren Fair. Cheer for the Scottish Night. Oh, I already read that. I don't know why I'm reading it again. My bad. My parents' philosophy was to keep me too busy to get in trouble. I was in varsity track and cross country competitive choir and 4 AP classes. My parents took me to concerts and just said, have a good time, don't do drugs, don't get pregnant, don't drink, and I didn't. Honestly, the true parenting that happened in my life was that they literally were like, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't do bad. And I went, okay, sounds good. I don't think Green Knight thought it was as funny as we did. You know what? As our rep in medieval times, he was supposed to be the flirt, but all the girls were shy and all the dudes were fighting over catching the roses. That's hilarious. The fact that that dude didn't think it was funny, he's goofing at his job. I am the eldest daughter, overachiever. Be flexible to support everyone's stereotype for a reason. Oh my gosh. I am a single child. I am the only one. So I don't have this issue. I just simply was a spoiled little idiot brat. Got whatever I wanted, did whatever I wanted. I turned out fine. I think. I probably need a little therapy. But other than that, I turned out okay. Nothing egregious has happened. Nothing terrible. I'm just depressed. Which, like, in this economy, who isn't, you know? Did your younger siblings get away with everything, too? Oh, I have to hear. What's the verdict? Eldest siblings, did you get shit on by your parents? And then your younger siblings got to get away with everything you weren't allowed to do? The chat needs to know. I wasn't allowed many video games, and my youngest brother owns a Switch. Messed up. Yes. 100%? Dang. Man, it's so funny, because as the only child, I got away with everything. My parents didn't overparent. They were like, she'll be fine. I was, in fairness. But I feel like I was supposed to. I am the baby, I can do no wrong. Must be nice, AJ. I was the only child. I had a cousin who was 9 months younger than me. Don't read into that. My cousin definitely wasn't the product of a middle child trying to get attention from their parent. Insanity, actually. But, yeah, I was the baby. Everyone was like, oh my god, it's the only child that's in the family. My dad's brother has 2 kids, but they always lived out here in California, and the rest of my immediate family always lived in DC. So I was the only child for, like, several adults that wanted children. My aunt wasn't sure if she could have children for the longest time, so she didn't have my youngest cousin until I was, like, 14, I want to say. So, yeah. Meetings sound like poopy garbage. But, yeah, I got away with everything. No one made me follow too many rules. It was just, did you die? No? Okay, then it must have been fine. One time, I was at my cousin's high school graduation, the one that's 9 months younger than me. And I tried to start a fist fight in the parking lot with my aunt because she started talking shit. She started talking shit in the parking lot about my mom. And so I went over to fight her. And that's the only time anyone's ever stopped me from doing anything in my family. My aunt thought it was so funny. I'm like trying to throw hands in the parking lot at a grown-ass woman who talks smack about my mom. You know, I guess that's what sisters do. I wouldn't know, I'm an only child. And my aunt is dragging me through the parking lot as I'm crying because I was so mad, and she's laughing her ass off at me. But, yeah. So that's the only time anyone was like, hey, you can't do that. Only time in my life anyone was ever like that and said no to me. I recognize that is not something normal to the rest of you, it seems. I'm also the nerd, so it's not like I ever used my power for evil. I want to so. My middle sister enjoys crime, though. See, I just wanted to go to concerts. I just wanted to go to Warped Tour, which I did. Um, and I just wanted to buy my records, go see shows, go hang out with the bands. So I got to do that. Again, probably shouldn't have, but you know, live and learn. I never had a curfew as a kid, but I left where I was to go somewhere else. I had to text. I think my parents were reasonable. They just wanted communication. Yeah. Same for my parents. The one time my cell phone didn't work. Cell phones weren't a thing for everybody until I was like 16. So keep that in mind when I say this, but the one time that I didn't text my parents where I was going was because my cell phone didn't work. I didn't think it was that big of a deal because I was like a 2-minute drive from home. My mother did in fact call an Amber Alert on me. They almost got the helicopter involved. And then my dad called my friend and said, "Hey, is my daughter with you?" And he said, "Yeah, we're in the basement playing Call of Duty." My dad went, "Oh, okay, bye-bye." Never once have my parents freaked out that bad. But then I learned, hey, tell them where you're going. It just never occurred to me before that, I guess. I'm getting so lazy. Okay, I think I got it. I just chilled at home with the no friends in a small town where nothing happened. No, I was out and about all the time. The kids in high school assumed I was a groupie because I was at concerts all the time and I knew all the bands. And I was like, no, I just really like music. Just really want to hang out with the bands because I want to be a musician. Everyone just assumes you're a slut if you go out and do things when you're in high school, it turns out, which is just like not the truth. People just have a terrible impression of you if you go out and live your life, it turns out. Which is why I don't talk to anyone from high school anymore. I built good communication skills now that I'm aged like cheddar. I love that for you. My dad left 39 voicemails once when my phone's battery had died. Damn. See, I didn't deal with any of this shit. Except for the one time my mom called an Amber Alert on me. In fairness, they did show me at the mall. She got the mall security involved. She watched the cameras. She didn't recognize the car that I got into. My parents dropped me off at the mall. She didn't recognize the car that I got into because it was my friend's. And she didn't know this friend that well yet. It was later okay. But, yeah. Freshman year of high school started out with a bang. My dad still leaves me 6 texts and multiple missed calls asking if I fed the dogs and took them outside after I get home from work. We live together. This is so funny. You guys are talking about your parents leaving you like a billion messages. I am that person to my parents. If they don't pick up the phone to me, I just assume they died. Which is a really bad thing to think. But if they don't pick up my phone call right away, I'm like, I guess I gotta keep calling. I don't leave a voicemail. I don't text. I call until you pick up. I don't care. What, you're too good to talk to me? No, pick up my phone call. I will keep calling. I don't care. Now that my father is older and he has heart issues and all of this and that and the other, like now I do genuinely go, oh God, it's finally happened. And then my dad goes, sorry, I didn't have my phone on me. Sorry, I accidentally silenced my phone. I didn't know how to get it back on. So, most of the time it's okay. The one time it wasn't, it got handled very quickly though, so. I'll just put you on mute. How dare you? I have important things. If I call you, it's important. I don't just randomly call people. I don't want to just be on the phone talking. That's not, like, I'm wasting both of our time. I could be answering a text. I'm just going to send you the text. You'll get back to me when you get back to me. But if I call you, it is urgent. You need to get back to me right away. And I don't just fucking call my parents for no ding-dang reason. Usually. Literal only child energy shaking my head. Well, no one's ever not been at my earliest convenience in my life. I don't know what to tell you guys. Only children get treated differently. That's all I'm saying. To this day, my dad remembers my high school friends' names better than I do. Sometimes my parents will tell me stories about myself, and I'm like, I don't remember that. What are you talking about? If it happened at a concert, I remember it. If it happened at any other point while I was growing up, you made that shit up. I don't know what you're talking about. There are stories I used to tell. I can't tell them anymore. I probably shouldn't tell them ever on stream, some of the stuff that I could tell you guys, but the one I was about to say at a concert was, an artist once drunkenly licked my face, and I wouldn't shut the fuck up about it for, like, weeks. I was like, oh my god. It was incredible. She was incredible. She took a picture with me and she licked my face. Like, right up my face. Tell them in gold chat? No, I won't. We don't know each other like that. I don't know anybody on stream like that. I can't just start telling you guys all my band stories. Are you saying your memory exists on sort of a don't, Steve? Yes. I think that is anxiety related, though. I think. The horror stories of my toddler years. Listen, my parents once asked me in a grocery store if I wanted to have a little brother or sister. And supposedly, I said I'd kill it. And then they tell everybody that that's the reason they never had a second child. I'm just like, stop telling people that. That's not what happened. Don't blame it on me. I was like 3. You can't take a 3-year-old's word. They don't mean anything they say. Anyway, I've been selfish my whole life, so... yeah. It's fine. I turned out fine. Everything worked out, is what I'm saying. My mom babies me so hard, she once called me, tell me how to drive with my VR headset on. My dad used to leave me voicemails and be like, hey Dave, there's a cop on this part of the road while you're going home. So just so you know, you shouldn't go that way. Bye. My folks have told me I'm the reason my siblings exist. I tricked them into thinking kids were mostly easy. Oh, got them. Absolutely destroyed. How is the wig going? I don't think it's going too bad. I'm almost done with the second, well, I'm not almost done with the second pigtail. I'm halfway through the second pigtail, which is nice, which means that I'm basically almost done with the wig. The easy part of the wig. I'm basically almost done with the easy part of the wig. That, you reposted water terrain on Pocopia made me sad today because you didn't know it was a thing. Because that's how I felt about it. I was like, oh, could have been doing that the whole time? Cool, 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 cool. Really wish that they had given us that in the first area. Okay. Hours wasted. No, that was hours of entertainment for me. Honestly, I still walk around watering occasional areas. Again, I just got that. I've only played the tiniest bit since I got that, but I literally open up my Switch right before I go to bed so that I can get a stamp and go to sleep. It is a thing you learn from a Pokemon. You have to do a quest. Oh my gosh, my ear, it itches. I've had on the headset for too long. Gosh. Okay. I think we can finish this before my regularly scheduled stream time is... Oh, no, I can't. We have like 7 minutes left. And I am hungry. I forgot about my stamps. No! Go get your heckin' stamps! Get your dang stamps! You have time. You have time. You don't turn them in until Friday. My nose is stuffed up. How annoying. Okay. We can probably get we can probably get this row of hair done before it's time for me to skedaddle. Because unfortunately, I am a busy lady. I don't have time for bonus hour tonight. I have a dream island you can get an extra stamp from if you want. Hell yeah. Are you gonna make a flower crown for our favorite elf? I have flowers that just came in the mail. So yes, that is the plan. I have a cute, so last month I did a Valentine's Day-esque, I didn't have it done by Valentine's Day. It was just love themed. But I did a cute little photo shoot with like rose petals and stuff. So I'm planning on doing something similar for Frieren, but I do very much want to make the flower crown. I thought that would be super cute. Especially because I have that figure I showed you guys with the flower crown on it. That comes off too. The little set of flowers she's holding and also the flowers on her head come off. It's very adorable. I'm currently at work. I have my Switch, but been playing Hyrule Warriors. Brother, turn that off. Get your stamp. Come back to Hyrule Warriors. You gotta. Better than nothing. But tell work to stop being a dick. So I only got to catch 20 minutes of the stream. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be playing Pokopia tomorrow. Yes. Sorry, apologies. I bet that sounded gross. My nose is just very stuffed up. Okay. My hand is also just getting tired of doing this. I'm like not holding it as tight as I should be anymore. I need to take a break. I'm gonna probably end stream in a little bit, in a few minutes, I think. Oh yeah, I have like 5 minutes left before stream usually ends. Ah! No! This is time sensitive. Eat dinner and then immediately get into sanding. My boots for Frieren also just came in. I'm very excited. It's the only thing I didn't have for her outfit. Everything else was good. Okay. Well, it's going. Soon they won't tangle at all. Can walk around with them all normal like. Okay. Probably don't have the time to finish this. Yeah, I only have 4 minutes. I love that I'm being so strict with the time and it doesn't matter. I didn't have brown boots. I was... it's so funny because Titans literally suggested, he's like, just wear the boots you had for Zelda. And I was like, no, because they're black and Frieren wears brown boots. So I found some that I thought could work in the future for other things so that I wasn't just wasting resources. Because I think reusing things is really important. The thing about, like, cosplay now is that I think that younger people especially act like it's a fast fashion beauty competition almost. And I'd rather have stuff that I can use multiple times over for different things. And also I can use in real life. Like my power hoodie. I was wearing that yesterday. I literally bought a hoodie to be Power from Chainsaw Man. This cute little blue navy hoodie. And now I wear it when I'm not cosplaying as Power. Because I think that having a dual purpose outfit is more important than anything else. Why have a closet full of stuff if I'm not going to use it? I learned from your stream you can stream music. Been wanting to stream Fallout with the game music. You have to run it through, you have to do a bunch of like different settings in the background. So like when the VOD gets uploaded, you'll notice the music isn't in the recording. So be careful with that. Because the music doesn't show up in my VODs, but you will get copyright claimed if you don't do that. They will put strikes on your channel. I'll be wearing my Mau Mau Hanfu around the house because it's comfy. That's what I'm saying. When you make stuff or you buy stuff that's dual purpose and you can put in the washing machine, why not wear it all the time? That's what it's for. It's clothing. You're supposed to wear it. Yeah, I'm really losing my grip strength. So I'm going to finish this and then we will end the stream. I don't even know that I think I might just straight up turn the recording off. I can only do so much from my phone. The 76 jumper? No. I do love that, and I do wear that often. I literally wore that to see the Reze arc the day it came out, I think. The day after it came out? It was either the day of or the day after. I did wear that out, but I was talking about the blue hoodie for her main, I Can Raid You Out. Okay. Go find us someone to raid then. I can't really do a lot from here. So I guess just let me know when we're ready and I will say goodbye to the viewers. You couldn't fix the song request. He literally just got home like 30 minutes ago. He hasn't been here the whole time. I thought it was fixed. I did too. I literally had it on. It's literally up on the PC in the back. Oh, it was borked? Yeah, like, Kaibi and Tiffany both tried to request songs and it didn't go through, and I don't know why. Because, like, it's all working. So, don't know what that was about. Even gods have limits. Real. Titans, if you could actually go back there and start doing it now, that would be awesome, because I have no idea if you are... Is that all it was? What do you mean? It just wasn't working. Like, the requests wouldn't go through. They wouldn't be added to my queue. I even, like, restarted, like, Spotify and Songify, and it just didn't work. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. Anyway, if you're saying we gotta raid out, then go back there and pick someone to raid out to. I feel like we made good progress. I finished an entire ponytail. Do Astro, because we were supposed to collab today and I had to be like, hey man, can we do next week? Please and thank you. My redeems break every other stream. Gotta love it. It's just a nightmare. So we got the ponytail done. We got the whole base wig for the most part done, minus the bangs, but I'm gonna steam those out, which I didn't want to do right now on stream because it's too hot. But I think we did pretty good. I'm almost done with the second ponytail. Leviathan, no, I'm about to be
Welcome back,
done.
Leviathan 1177.
Leviathan,
Thank you for raiding
please.
Lynxie's channel once again.
Oh,
They have raided this
homie.
channel 4 times. Thank you.
Dang. Welcome, Raiders. I'm so sorry. I was literally talking about how I'm ending stream right now. Well, that's awkward for all of us. What do we do? What do I do? Choo choo all aboard the raid train. You're coming with us. Haven't seen you in 5 ever. Brother's been streaming like crazy. Tights. I still wanna raid out. You still gotta do that. I have other stuff to do, man. You gotta go pick someone. Yes, I do still want you to raid out, unfortunately. Leviathan, I very much appreciate the raid. I do unfortunately have to leave. I got so much stuff to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If only we could hear any of that. What happened? I talked into the mic. You gotta raid out. You gotta raid out. Go. Quickly. There you go. Thank you so much. There we go. We'll be raiding out to Astro Bear, who again, I said I was supposed to raid out to. Unfortunately, I do genuinely have to go. I'm sorry. I have so much work to do. You can't see it, but the rest of my table right here is full of stuff. We got double rated bros. Listen, we're just gonna go spread the love somewhere else. Leviathan, my homie, we're gonna go find that copy of Balatrov on Astro Bear stream. That's where we're at. Thank you for being here, son of a bitch. It was wonderful, chill stream. I hope your crafting goes well. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here. I never know how these weird things. I was just playing Balatro. Go harass someone else to play Balatro now. It's only fair. But yeah. I hope you guys had a good time. I might start doing more of these chill crafting streams, just because like, your girl's gotta make stuff anyway. I got a whole bomb devil helmet to finish for my reze. All kinds of stuff. But I have no idea when the raid is supposed to happen. I think Titans needs to be in charge of that, question mark. The timer's not happening on my stream. So, just tell you when. I hope your night goes well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for everything, guys. I'll see. Okay. Have a great time. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll play Pokemon. I'll see you later. Okay, bye! Bye! I have no idea if it happened.